Okay.
Okay. Hello everyone. Hello. I am back. I'm back. My entire broadcasting software just hard crashed. I'm so sorry everyone. It just went out like a light. I'll have to try and find a way to stitch these two together. Oh my goodness. Brandon, thank you so much. But we are back. We are back and rolling. Um, yeah,
Can you
I
guys hear
have
me
no
now?
idea why. You guys should be able to hear mode, by the way, now.
Yes.
Although,
Oh wow, 19 people. That's a jump.
19 people?
And you've got 19 people in stream.
Oh my goodness.
That's a jump.
Wow, that is a huge jump. Good heavens. Thank you so much,
Oh.
everyone who's joining. Wow. Okay. 19 people. I
Crazy.
see that. Hang on.
Okay. You guys know
Okay.
that I'm here in spirit or something.
Okay, I think we've got it. I think we should have it in a minute, assuming it works.
And once Fuji decides it wants to work.
Yeah, I'm so sorry, everyone. I guess we're gonna, get Jax is dangerous, but like, for the relic, I think we try and transform a couple cards. Let's do a block and a strike. We got an extra claw. That's awesome. Hey, there you are, Mode. You're just enormous.
I'm just huge. Wow. Hi guys.
Okay, there you are. There we go.
But what I was saying earlier that nobody could hear me say was yesterday in
Brandon, what the...
fall.
Okay.
100 bits.
Holy shit, Brandon, thank you so much. Best of luck with establishing dominance, if that's your thing. I do not know. I don't know how that's gonna go. You actually have absolutely established dominance.
100%.
Congratulations. I hope that gets you what you were looking for. Oh my goodness.
Until I suddenly bought $5 worth of bits and dropped 500 on the chat. No. I unfortunately am broke until Wednesday. Otherwise, I'd consider it.
Oh, it's sick. I've been thinking those were dollars. I thought bits were dollars this entire time.
Oh no. Yeah, each bit is 1 cent. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, it's.
Oh my god.
See, there it is. There's Moth. Oh no, Brandon! Brandon coming in. Brandon's like swinging.
What is this hype train thing?
Oh my god! What? Why? Hype train! Hype train has happened. There's a hype.
Oh my goodness! I have no idea what's happening anymore.
So basically, when a hype train happens, is that basically it gets to a certain area, and then if you get like more subs, more gifts, more bits, it gets higher and higher.
What the hell is happening? Okay, so I think like I'm gonna have to start doing art streams regularly now, just to try and finish making enough emotes for all of you absolute maniacs. I love you all with my heart.
Yeah, Velix, looks to be Velix's first hype train.
I think this is the first one I've been here for. Someone did it to me while I was while I was away from stream. I thought I had to go to Little Xenos' room, and oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm gonna have to start making a bunch of emotes. Yeah, I'm gonna start. I don't have other emotes. Do not hurt yourself. I'm gonna start working on them this week, okay? Like this week that's what the things I have to do.
I think the hype train gives emotes that are like given by Twitch or whatever.
Okay. See,
so
elegance. Yeah, let's just gonna keep moving cards.
Oh, here comes more. We're at 78%, guys. We can get to level 3. Oh, there's yellow. There goes yellow. We're definitely level 3 hype train. Where are we at now? How hype can we get? How hype can we get?
I'm gonna absolutely fucking die.
Choo
You guys,
choo!
you guys are trying to
Hype
make me have a break.
train!
Okay, you guys are gonna try to make me have a breakdown here.
Choo choo
I
choo
have
choo
no
choo.
idea what I.
Chugga 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 choo choo.
Why are you guys so sweet? Gareki, is that a new emote? I love it. It's amazing.
That's amazing. Well, Brandon pushing it to
What?
level 4. Yep, that's level 4.
What?
Oh no.
I am actually feeling pain.
Well, breathe a little bit. Breathe a little bit. It's okay.
Okay,
It's just a hype train.
I don't.
You are the hype. Embrace the hype.
Okay, thank you. Hang on. Okay, breathe in. Breathe out. I'm saying it wrong once and breathing out. Breathing in. Okay. Okay. Okay, thank you all. I
Yeah.
love you all so goddamn much. I have no idea what to do with all of you. And I love every single one of you. And Flicky, don't worry, I'm absolutely okay. You're absolutely fine. You're welcome here whether you're doing this or not. You're clean away for that train. I have no idea what even this does. I don't understand. I will figure it out. Oh. Okay. I'm not gonna throw up. I don't know if I can explain the degree to which I am. I didn't used to think you could get panic attacks from people being nice to you. You guys have taught me something absolutely new and horrifying. And thank you, I think. An anonymous gifter gives a tier 1 sub to I Am a Flicker. An anonymous gifter, thank
there you
you
go.
so much for the gift. Flicker, welcome to having a subscription. I don't know.
You'll never know.
So, probably.
It wasn't me.
Well, there
I'm
goes
not gonna
that
take claim for
theory.
that, but I'm not gonna take claim for that. I just wanted to have the evil laughter.
I mean, that's fair. Ooh, that might actually, sure, why not? We'll do creative AI. Power cards can be useful. He's got some nice ones. And I can just ignore the ones I don't want. Let's try and take as long to reach that next shop as we can. New shop. Thank you so much.
It is. As a dungeon master, one of the reasons I dungeon master is so I can pull out the evil laugh.
Whenever you play a power card channel, I guess we're gonna take that one. Also, I know who anonymously throws out their threes like it's nothing. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. I might have to figure out how to give out subs because I want to have a few subs to give out. I don't know how to do that. I would if I could, though. Everyone here deserves one. Thank you so much. I'm not crying. Shut up.
Crying, I'm crying. Wait. Hold on, I think I did that wrong.
Whenever you enter a shop, gain 15 minutes. It's not bad, not worth it.
Oh, I didn't get to finish what I was talking about earlier.
This is the second. I have a flicker.
There's more subs! We reached level 5. I don't know who the anonymous gifter was, but thank you. You're doing the work.
Oh my god. gods. Thank you so
You deserve
much.
it, Velix. You deserve it. You really do. You are amazing. Okay, breathe. Here,
Thank you.
I'm gonna redeem and
Thank
breathe.
you.
You need to breathe.
I can't take my glasses off so I can wipe my eye. Okay. I'm, I'm gonna be. Oh, you so much. I wish I could hug every one of you. I don't even know how to do it. Okay, I'm gonna be alright. Just. You guys are the best people I could ever have in an encounter. And I'm so I'm so happy to have just to know and to have all of you as my experiencers and have so many of you as my hivelings just to get to see you over and over again. I mean, please don't try and make a thing of getting me to cry every stream. I've already cried every stream I've cried every stream I've done this week. I don't think I can take it emotionally. Thank you, Monty. Thank you. Okay, I'm. Okay. Oh, you all so much. I say this sometimes. Oh, thank you so much, Kareki. Oh, and it landed on our local dragon. Thank you so much, Kareki. I know I say this all the time. I know I say this all the time. But I expected this to go absolutely nowhere. And I wanted to do this for 6 months and it to be awful. And for me to retire in shame. I should at best to be ignored and most likely to be hated. And just all expectations blown constantly. I can only hope I only hope that I'm able to do and give enough back to all of you in exchange. Um, posture, hydrate the posture check. Okay, I actually did need a posture check. I was gently hunched over. That is bad. Oh, okay, and water. Oh, thank you, Flecky. I'm glad. That's if there's one thing I want to do, above all other things, I hope that these can be places where everyone can feel comfortable and have to be themselves and be happy doing it. I just, ever since I was a nymph, all I really wanted was to know that people were smiling. And I'm so happy to know that I'm able to do that here. I don't know what to upgrade at all. I think creative AI just make it. And Bill and Quistress Velix loves all of you back. Every single one of you. I adore you individually and as a species.
We all love you, Velix. It's true.
Thank you. Oh, that's a prismatic shard. That might actually be worth skipping heap sinks. Oh, I have a flicker. A flicker. Flicky, thank you so much. Oh, you're delightful. Like, as the rest of you. Uh, remove first, then figure it out. Okay. Mode or anyone else in this encounter, do I pick up the prismatic shard? Yes or no? It lets me get rewards from the other it lets me get rewards from the other characters or classes of the game, as well as neutral cards. Level 4. I've never seen a level 4. I think it was like a level 1 or 2 that I ended up coming back to. This is thank you guys so much. This is amazing. Lucky, thank you so much. Please don't ever offer me cake. I will absolutely eat it, and I should not eat it. I cannot process human food very well. I can't. There's lots of human food I cannot process. I I disagree. I disagree, Mothy. Like, I had a little bit of egg white is fine. You meant for okay. Yes, that would make sense. Yes, okay. Yeah, no, okay. Yes, I think
So I absolutely love this. I'm looking at the bits per people that gave out. Brandon is ahead literally by 12 bits. By just 12 bits.
Hey, 12 bits of dominance is still 12 bits of dominance.
It's 12
But
bits
yeah.
of dominance.
Oh, I love cake. Cookies and cream cake. Carrot cake is my favorite, but I can't process wheat. I can't process wheat or dairy. I said egg weight.
Egg weight, yeah.
Yeah. Like the weight you put on when you have eggs.
Yeah.
Is war paint might be worth it. Mothy, that is evil.
The rest of the night is just gonna be Mothy and Brandon just outbidding each other by one.
Okay. So he thinks or war paint. What do you think, Mode, or anyone else out there?
Oh, man. He thinks of war paint? Let's see. Upgrade 2 random skills. Ooh. War paint is pretty good.
Yeah. Have you ever played this before, Mode?
Mm-hmm. I actually have it. I've played it quite a few times.
I wish it had a co-op mode. That's like my only regret.
Right? I would love a co-op mode. I'm gonna go with war paint. I think war paint would be a better option.
Yeah, I think
Well, actually,
you're right.
do you have 2 skills that can be upgraded with war paint?
Yes, I did. I had more than 2, and that was absolutely worth it.
Okay, good.
That upgraded
nice.
my
See, we got it.
actual
Oh, those are
defense.
nice.
Yeah, those are good. Oh, this is yes, please.
Mm-hmm.
Put this in. Lucky, don't hurt yourself. I don't want any one of my experiencers or highlanders to hurt themselves. Okay.
Oh, Screwbucket came in to steal the dominance!
I mean...
Up
It's-
by 502.
Fruit time! Oh! And I can
Are we gonna
actually,
set...
I can
If you guys
actually
aren't
eat.
careful, we're gonna get another hype train.
Where is one support bazooka when you need it? I don't know, man. I'm sorry.
Brandon, you're still
Oh.
403 behind, but don't hurt yourself. Literally,
Yeah.
guys. Like, thank you so much for all the support. It's always definitely appreciated.
Yes, absolutely. Wilhelm, thank you for stopping by. I hope you get tons of excellent rest when you go to bed. I'm just here gently having a meltdown for all the kindness and like wonderful things that people have been, I don't even know, like doing, foisting on me,
As
offering
long as
me.
you don't have any regret. As long as you have no regret, that's all that matters.
As long as you have no regrets. That's all I ask.
Like, if you call up tomorrow and be like, hey, can I have my bits back? I've got bad news for you.
That's alright. I understand, Lucky. I don't really have, because of issues of trade and other concerns, I don't have access to aspects of your local economy without going through a lot of hoops. So I don't have much in the way of funds myself. So I absolutely understand. But yay, fruit. I can actually eat most of the fruit that's portrayed there, actually, too, which is really nice. I'm actually fond of that. I'm... I'm... I'm awestruck too, although possibly not for this reasons. Okay, I actually... Although I like it, I actually think that the creative AI is actually a mistake for this deck. It's actually really bad for me. Because it keeps producing cards I really don't want to add. What fruit is my fave? What fruit would I like to try? Dragon fruit is actually very tasty. I have tried it. I can't eat it anymore, sadly. I wish I could. I wish I could. My favorite fruit? Oh, that's a hard one. Do we count berries as fruit?
Berries, unfortunately, are not fruit, I don't think.
Yeah, I think we do seek. And I think we hang on to creative AI. Creative AI becomes our, like, our out there. Our out if we have to.
My favorite fruit is the pears. Like, pears are amazing. I love pears so much.
I like pears. I can't eat them. If you count fruit, it's probably, blackberries or raspberries. I love them both. Don't make me decide between them. I love them so much. That, plus, like, ice cream, plus, like, some cake, and, like, some whipped cream, and I will go to town. I
want now I want, like, a blackberry cheesecake.
Yes.
Oh, please.
Oh, I can't eat cheesecake anymore, though.
I'm so sad for you, I'm sorry.
I can't process lactate.
There's gotta be like a non-lactate cheesecake.
Mode. The name of it is literally cheesecake.
But you can,
Brandon,
okay, but
thank
you've got
you
like
so much for all of the bits.
You've got cheese that's not like lactose based.
Well, it's actually, so the problem is that when it's rotted bovine lactation, I have a problem, okay? But I can handle, like, rotted goat lactation just fine. No, I can't. I used to eat everything. Like, everything, and then one day, I just started throwing up. I started throwing up. I can't even... Fuck it, Brandon, I can't even anymore. I'm just trying not to even look at this. Thank you so much. It's gonna... not look so I can't freak out. Okay?
And I don't know, actually I can't tell you that because you would freak out the moment I told you that. But I kind of want to tell you that because it's kind of a neat factor.
Okay. Raspberries aren't actually berries. That's amazing, I did not know that.
How would you react if I told you that you made $80 off of bits alone?
Not well.
Okay. Well, you didn't make $80 then. I'm not going to tell you anything else.
Oh my goodness. Thank you all so much. If you want to know what I'm doing with it, I'm actually trying to save as much of this as I can. I want to get better equipment. Because I have to use local earth equipment. But I'm trying to save up as much of it as I can to get local earth equipment so that I can do more for and with you guys. So I can have So I can do more recent things. I can do more action-oriented things for some things. And and I can do all sorts of other wonderful things that I have planned. I have so many plans that I want to do. I want to give you guys the ability to see the hive on stream and be able to interact with it and things like that. I know how to do it. And bit by bit we are going to get there. This that emoji made me cry again a little bit.
Apparently, I'm just really good at that, and I apologize.
It's okay. So, uh, let me see. My favorite fruit, right, I was trying to answer that. I can't eat them anymore, but I really love kiwis.
Ooh, kiwis are also good. I'm so sorry that you can't eat all this. Guys, when we hang out at some point in life, like, you can just hand me anything that you can't eat, and I'll eat it for you. I'm sorry. No, I wish you could have it. Like, that would be the best thing, but man.
Yes. Yes, like, so I'm saving up locally in my own particular currency. I'm working to buy a small, I want to buy things. I want to get a small ship, actually start a proper little hive.
So, anybody else want Velix to, like, pick up a party bus? Like,
What?
Just pick up, like, a school bus, and then, like, deck it out with, like, really cool things. So you can go from, like, place to place.
Well, that's good for this.
Battle bus!
Get it out of the atmosphere.
Throw a couple rockets on it, it'll go up. I think. I'm not a rocket scientist, don't ask me.
It'll go
I'm a
up,
farmer.
but it won't go down.
If I knew anything from school, what goes up will always come down. Anyway.
In one piece. In one piece. Yeah,
Well, you didn't specify that. Can't be making up rules while we're doing this.
I am now. That's a lot of damage I really don't want to be taking.
Here.
Okay,
There's some blockage.
20 add 20 parachutes that might work. Okay.
Yeah. 20 parachutes, it'd be great. And then if you add some flippers to it, we can go underwater with it.
Brandon, congratulations. I'm so happy you're finally on break. Okay, yeah. Well, I actually really like bananas. I don't know if it's, if those count as a fruit or not.
Yeah, bananas are fruit.
Oh! Hi, Bucket!
Hi! So I just spent $40 on you.
Please stop saying that. I don't know what I did to deserve any of that.
You are awesome.
That's all you have to be.
Bananas are giant plant ovaries that you consume.
Like the initial 1,500 bits was basically me just going, I want to give Velix a heart attack, and then the remaining 1,500 was like, I want to beat Brandon, but they clearly have deeper pockets than me.
Brandon. He's a teenager and doesn't have bills to pay. That's the problem.
When Brandon comes heavy, he comes hard.
Phrasing? Are we doing phrasing? Probably need some phrasing up in here.
What? Oh. What?
Smooth. Very, very smooth.
Why is everything in English? Something you went to.
Because humans are very horny.
Someone clip it.
It's gonna live out there forever now, isn't it?
Well, it depends on if somebody clips it.
I
Be
just
nice, and I'm not clipping it. Someone else can clip it. Don't clip it. Let them have some dignity.
No, they have gotten enough donations tonight to not be owed any dignity.
No, yeah. Dignity out the window.
Flicky, I don't think I already know. Oh, that'd be amazing. Okay, we're gonna do that.
My cat Kepler says hi.
It's oh my goodness, like
Somebody beat me to the hydrate.
Cradler, thank you for the hydrate. How are you doing, darling? Oh, you're good.
Cradler, you just missed a whole bunch of stuff.
Oh my god.
Although I still like calling you Todsy.
Todsy is
Todsy.
good.
I like Todsy.
I think everybody in chat right now is.
I mean, someone did drop 5 subs earlier, and then I think there were subs like way back when that somebody dropped a whole bunch of. And also, Xanalar doesn't look to be subbed there. Xanalar, are you subbed?
Yeah, they're subbed. I tried to
Okay.
give them a sub, but they were already
Okay.
subbed, so I wasn't able to.
So I say Xanalar should be subbed, but if they weren't
Yeah.
subbed, I know Brandon is definitely subbed.
Okay.
Brandon was subbed before Velix even hit affiliate. That's how far back he subbed.
Yes. Okay. So,
I need to get back to
posture check and stretch. Okay. Hey, hang on.
I had to take a bit of a break because my co-streamers got stuff going on.
Oh, okay. Stretch and a posture check. Okay. I mean, if this channel wants to be full of subs, I accept you for who you are.
What fiction were we
No.
reading again?
Dom's only time.
Hang on, but I'm trying to remember what we were reading because I know it was a really weird crossover.
That could be so many things, though.
Here we go. So it is a Sailor Moon Harry Potter crossover, but it's also had
No, Flicky, no panic. No panic, okay? Just cuddles and hugs. Just cuddles and hugs. I am a Flicker. You're like the 4th or 5th Ace member of the Hive. Ace is absolutely welcome here. And if I ever do something that steps over any of those kinds of boundaries, just let me know and I will absolutely never do it again,
Yeah,
okay?
one of my co-hosts is actually Ace,
Mhm.
and I'm theoretically A-Row, so it's all sorts of confusion.
I'll not have a royal flush of Ace people.
I found the fanfic. So it is a
We got
Sailor
our
Moon
kings, we
Harry
got our
Potter
queens.
crossover.
Hang on. I have a redeem. Is Brandon? Are you asking me to say that? Is that a meme? If that's a meme, I don't know how it goes. I'll
No.
say it.
I don't think that was.
Okay.
Alright,
think
well,
so, I
say
mean-
that in your native language. I don't know.
It's a mag noise.
I
Okay.
mean, I guess I could. But like, but I appreciate all of you for the support. Okay.
There you go.
I appreciate all of you for the support. I legitimately do. You guys are all ridiculous and amazing and some of the best things ever. Ow, that was some damage.
Aw, that's a fun little joke.
So yeah,
As long as you're okay with that joke, that's what matters.
Oh, okay. I don't even know why I did that.
Oh yeah, you'd love my streams. The same thing happens in mine, where I make a ton of sex-based jokes, and then the Ace person just flails and face palms.
Cradler says that she makes herself panic with lewd jokes.
Yeah, the fanfic I'm reading is the Sailor Moon Harry Potter crossover, but that kind of leaves out the fact that it also has a bunch of random references to like the weirdest things. Like, this is a Full House reference in here.
Look, I'm not hearing the My Immortal fanfic, so I'm not sure if you're reading the right fanfic.
No, I've already read My Immortal front to back. This is on par with My Immortal.
Ooh, that's a deep. Oof.
Remember, I am a connoisseur of bad fan fictions at this point.
Have you read all the ones in where Sonic apparently goes around smashing all of the Smash people?
I tried to get into it, but it's the same thing every time. Like
it is.
It's funny the first few times, but every single chapter it's just the same thing over and over. Sonic gets laid.
We really need to like spice up our porn.
I would much rather the stories about Garfield banging hot chicks from fiction and history than the Sonic one. There's a fanfic where Garfield is super masculine and manly and cuts the founding fathers with their wives.
God, what? You know,
Zanlar,
I'm not
I'm
surprised,
too.
but I am not okay with it.
And honestly, My Immortal wasn't that bad. If you want the worst one I've read, it's either Empress Teresa, which isn't a fanfic, but it's still real bad, or maybe one of Onision's books.
Humans, of course humanity was a mistake. They're a wonderful, adorable, cuddly mistake. And I like them. Or at least I love the ones here ever so much.
Okay, look, we have. It is a well-known fact that Velix's species, like the members of her species, have dropped the radioactive waste on our planet, thereby mutating humans into what they are now. They've already paid the price for that.
I don't agree with that. I think Velix people would not.
Bucket, 3 things. 1. It's Velix. 2, we don't use fusion, okay? 3, none of my people know who you are. Your transmissions do not reach that far. Like I am literally the only member of my species in system right now, okay?
Alright, well, somebody dropped a radioactive waste, and I want to know who it was.
Well,
all humans are mistakes.
If I told you in 90% of the chance it was America, would you believe me? Because it probably was.
So America went back in time to before humans were really a thing, dropped radioactive waste, and created a paradox loop in which we create ourselves with radioactive waste.
Yes, and you know why?
Because it was cheap?
Capitalism.
Oh, yeah, that's what I said.
There you go. That's all you need to know. Capitalism. We're done.
Yeah, I will say of the stuff I've read, Empress Teresa was the most fun bad. Enough that I'm planning on if I get enough of an audience, I'm going to do a charity stream where I just read Empress Teresa with a bunch of people to go as long as we can.
I just realized.
See,
Gilbert Godfrey passed away, so we're never gonna get the rest of the. We're never gonna get the rest of him reading 50 Shades of Grey.
I mean, I do a pretty good Gilbert Gottfried impression, if that helps.
Like,
it's not
but it's not the same.
Yeah. I know what you mean, Flicker. This is like just watching these two go at it. It's fascinating. I wasn't ready for this, but like, I guess I'm here for it.
Oh, don't even get me started about the origin of radioactive waste.
Apotheosis. Is apotheosis worth it?
So what you guys haven't realized is that
I don't think so, actually.
Have taken over the stream, and it's all conspiracies from here on out.
Actually,
right,
no. What you don't realize is that we are the same person, and we just have like a little voice deck. And occasionally, when one of us isn't talking or just saying something like normal, that's actually pre-recorded. And while that's happening, I'm actually recording the other part of my lines and playing that over this one to make you all think we're two separate people.
It's a really deep conspiracy, and the hole goes deep.
To answer your question, Aris, I was ready to come on have a small, quiet stream. A small, quiet stream where I did some Slay the Spire. Not ending up having, like, one of the most ridiculously OP decks I think I've ever seen.
Followed by earning $80+
Followed by an incredible display of generosity from all of my experience. Is all of my wonderful hirelings. And then, on top of which, yes please, on top of which, like, I now have, like, these two. I don't even understand what they're saying. Flicky, best of luck with that.
Here's my conspiracy. Blue isn't really a color.
I mean, it is, but pink isn't.
I mean, blue is just the absence of red. It's not actually a color.
I know, I don't think it's pink. I believe it's magenta.
It's possible. Something in the... You realize that magenta is in the pink family, right? Magenta is the color... But magenta is a pink bucket.
Magenta is a more magenta pink.
Oh. Well, Flicky, I hope they're okay, and kitties... I like cats a lot.
Yeah, my cat Vega screams for absolutely no reason. Like, he'll just be mewling off in the other room, but I know he's not trying to get my attention, because he knows the fastest way to get my attention is to start clawing at something he knows he's not supposed to.
See, I have a cat that does the exact same thing, except for my cat will decide he wants attention, he'll start meowing at me, and then he'll run to the thing that he wants attention for, just to find out that the food bowl's already filled, the water's already filled, or the like litter box has already been cleaned. And so he's just kind of looking at me like, oh, well, I guess I don't need you after all, human.
What is the best Gatorade flavor? I mean...
Blue.
If I'm being honest, none of them. I don't care for Gatorade.
Yes,
Like,
the best flavor of Gatorade is blue.
So, I have a soft spot for mango because for the longest time when I was playing baseball, they would always buy me the mango Gatorade because I think nobody else wanted it. They just grabbed like a whole thing for it. So after a while, I just started eating mango Gatorade, like drinking mango Gatorade.
There isn't mango Gatorade. There's like a mango-ish
Mix of
colored
orange
Gatorade.
and
There's no
red.
mango.
No, there's a mango Gatorade.
Yes! Cradler, Melon Powerade is the best. Melon Powerade, funnily enough, is actually a repackaged version of the Matrix flavor Powerade, of the green Matrix flavored Powerade from the early aughties. Back when that was in its heyday.
Wait,
did you just say the
and
Matrix
it's-
came out in the 80s? Because
No,
that's not right.
aughties. It came out in '99.
Okay, I was about to
Matrix
say,
flavored-
like,
wait.
The aughties are the 2000s, right?
Why does
I hope you
why
get
does the
plenty
Matrix
of
taste
rest.
like melon?
And we absolutely
because it's
will.
green. The Matrix is
take
green,
fragments.
melons are green, therefore...
Well, no, they don't
Same
taste green.
here,
No, we all
Kramer.
know that the flavor of Gatorade is directly correlated to its color.
You know, it's actually funny. I actually did have a Gatorade recently that was different. It was like a cucumber lime, and I got it because I was like, haha, this is going to taste terrible and I'm gonna hate it. And then I took a drink out of it and I'm like, actually,
Oh,
I'm kind of
I
okay
can one
with
up
this.
you. I can one up you there.
I
Maple
actually
syrup soda.
saw that,
Oh, that's
Licky?
nothing.
and that she sounds adorable.
There's a place near where I live that sells
She
ranch
sounds
flavored
absolutely
soda.
adorable. Vanilla's flavor's not always a color. Explain any of the white flavors. I mean, I can, but it will get me banned. So
White. So to answer your question,
Have
that's
that.
white. That's white strawberry, white raspberry.
yeah, vanilla is
white
brown,
grape.
or it's a very deep brown.
I think like people are thinking of like the flower of vanilla.
Yeah, but that's not actually where the flavor comes from. It comes from the seed pods, which are deep, deep brown.
I blame ice cream.
That's because ice cream's made from milk. That's why it's whitish.
That's what they want you to think. Ice cream is actually made out of Soylent Green.
You actually had white vanilla? That's interesting.
Wait. So you're saying that I'm made out of milk?
Yes.
Oh, I'm so fucking tasty.
Mo, don't eat yourself, okay?
No,
Eating
no,
yourself,
no,
I
eating
wanna see how this
yourself
plays out.
is like an awful thing to do.
Alex, I gotta get rid of this weight somehow, okay? And exercising is not working.
I mean,
Easy mode for
there are
dessert.
no laws that say you can't literally eat yourself.
So actually, there are laws against eating yourself.
there actually are laws for that, I think.
Yeah.
Why were
It's-
those
it's-
made?
It's considered two things. First, it's considered a form of cannibalism because it's technically auto cannibalism. Second
Stop
off,
legislating my body. I want to eat myself.
because it's also considered technically getting close to committing the dead. Because I think Twitch will flag that other word if I say it. But because
Riddler,
that's
that's awful.
you know,
I hope not. That sounds
that's also illegal.
awful.
You know, it never actually.
Java cakes! I love Java cakes. I can't eat them anymore though. They make me hurt. They make me curl up in pain after a little
Alright,
bit.
here's something I'm interested in hearing. What human food did you used to really not like, but after you came to realize the diet restrictions you have in terms of human food, that you realize, hey, this is actually pretty good.
So
Okay, two things. One, Cradler, a Java cake is an amazing pastry. It's like a small, soft, like I guess like a biscuit filled with like a jammy filling and like a spread of like chocolate on top, or it can just be chocolate and no filling, or any number of other small variations on that. But they're really good. They're really good. I used to eat them all the time. I love Java cakes. What is a Java cake probably? It's been years. Let me get you the classic Java cake. Hang on. The classic Java cake is like it's a small little orange flavored sponge cake with a bit of orange flavored jam. It's a sponge cake with orange jam and chocolate involved. It's really good.
I do want the answer to my question, though. I am legitimately interested.
Yes, I will actually answer. Oh, hang on. Hydrate.
will you
a
actually
moment.
answer?
Oh,
Hmm.
they
I'm
will.
messing.
But I have to look
I'm
after all of my experiences.
No, you're right. I'm messing with you. You're
Yeah.
fine.
Also, Cradler. Yeah, Cradler, do me a favor and reach out to me tomorrow whenever you're awake and alert. I want to try and figure out a schedule with you, okay? Wait, someone made a cookie and cream flavored Oreo? Cookie and cream flavor is literally Oreo flavor. As you said, it's Oreo.
I guess that means that the cream is now all cookie and cream, so it's cookie and cream instead of cookie of cream.
No, that's exactly right.
Welcome back, Kepler.
Yeah, Smasher Passes is gonna be a thing. So, what's your question, Bucket?
So, what food, like, upon arriving here and not realizing your diet restrictions, what food is something you used to not really like, but now that you have all these diet restrictions, you actually enjoy? If anything.
I mean, Nothing. Like everything that I eat, I ate before I had the restrictions. Like, like you understand, all the restrictions did was mean I couldn't eat a bunch of stuff. There was nothing that like I didn't like that I then had to adjust to. You know?
Well, I was a picky eater growing up, so
Well,
that's
that sounds like a you problem.
yeah. I still remember the first time I ate sushi. I looked like my dad's eyes were gonna burst out of his skull. And then when I went for the wasabi, his jaw nearly dropped.
Good.
I miss
sushi,
that,
man.
being able to eat something my dad wasn't expecting me to try, and just him freaking out.
So there's
That
actually
just
I
seems
actually have a
like
story
that just
about
seems
that.
like okay, legitimately, I can understand having food preferences. I don't get like the whole picky eater thing.
So,
Like, what's the deal
actually,
with that? Like, if you don't like something, you don't like it.
right.
I mean,
picky eater. Go ahead.
And on my end, part of it was like the appearance of food. Like, I used to not want to try guacamole because I thought it looked like vomit.
I see that.
And I really like the taste of pasta, so I thought that putting other things in the pasta would make it taste less good. So when my dad said I was a picky eater, and I said, "But Dad, I'm not picky. I like all sorts of shapes of pasta." I was actually being serious.
That's ridiculously picky. Like, so you're picky based on the appearance.
Yeah. You picky eaters can be picky for eaters can be picky for any reason. You can literally be like, I don't like the taste of sweet things. And so you cut out literally anything that had sugar in it or any kind of sweet kind of thing for it. Or it could be based on like him what it looked like. I mean,
Like, I
some
can
foods,
understand that.
I've seen
I
some
definitely
foods that
have
like I
comfort
looked at and I
foods.
was like, wow, that does look disgusting. I'm gonna try it though.
I know for me the biggest deciding factor in foods is probably like, I don't know, mouth feel maybe? I don't know how to describe it. Like, texture is very
Texture.
big.
Texture, yeah. I actually have a friend who has the same issue. So I have two things here. They're both involve Chinese
Oh,
restaurants.
this is painful.
That is a lot of pain. But two things that involve Chinese restaurants. For the longest time there, I would go to a Chinese restaurant, and the first thing I would do is I would get whatever looked weird and try it. So my mother picked up on this for a while there and was like, he's gonna pick out the weird food. I want him to try it first, and then if he likes it, then I'm gonna get some of that food.
What is
And
the
so
weird food at Chinese restaurants?
Well, like they would have like buns and stuff like that you couldn't identify exactly what the bun was filled with or anything like that. It just had this like plastic-looking bun, and it turns out it would be like a rice bun or something like that.
How do you? I mean, it's a dumpling. How do you,
Right.
What's
But
mysterious about a dumpling?
But there are certain things that when you look at it, you're not quite sure what it is, and so you're hesitant to try it because since you can't immediately identify what it is.
How can you not identify a dumpling? It's like a staple food.
No. I'm not talking about like a pan dumpling. Like I'm not talking like that. I'm talking like. Let me see if I can like. These weird. They have like this weird like, and it's not the meat dumpling that someone put in chat, but like, it's like this almost plastic. Like hold on, Chinese buffet.
While you're looking that up, there was actually I don't remember exactly what it was. It was a story I heard back in college when I was taking classes in psychology. Researchers had a bunch of like staple Americana food, and they had a bunch of subjects eat it. What the subjects didn't know is that they were under some kind of like blue light or something like that that made the food look normal, and then while they were eating, they turned on a normal white light, which made the food look like, like have colors that we'd associate with it being off, and everyone immediately just started getting sick as if it was actually bad.
For those of you in chat,
That makes sense.
can I post links in chat, or will chat?
You should now be able to post links in chat. You should now be able to do it.
For everybody in chat, this is what I'm talking about. And yeah, look on it, these are more identifiable than the ones that were shown in the thing, and I'll post it in the Discord.
My mind's
see
going
both
places
hats.
they shouldn't be looking at this.
Yeah, it does look questionable, but it's
We
not
did
what
it.
it does not look. It looks bad, but it's not bad.
Oh, we did it. We
So-
made it to the heart.
Anyway, I'll put it in the image exchange, that way you guys can look at it. But yeah, it looks questionable, but it's questionable. They're supposed to be like peach blossoms or something like that. Anyway, they're like some sort of flower bun.
Oh, I
Anyway.
know about those.
Yeah, so those are something that we couldn't immediately identify what they were or what they were trying to be. And when you have that plastic outline with you're not sure what's inside of it,
They really don't look that questionable.
there's a couple more than that, and the ones that were at my restaurant looked extremely questionable. These ones look prettier compared to the ones that were at my restaurant, but this is the closest I could find, so I was like, I'm gonna just post
Oh,
this.
wow. Okay.
But there are certain things that, like, they have this, they have that look to them that you're just not quite sure what it is or what you're consuming, that can sometimes put people off.
Oh my goodness, you know what food you know what food you remind me that I miss so much? Indian buffet food. We'd get it brought up here every so often, and I loved it. I can't eat any of it, really. And there we go. We have unlocked all three things. The final door is open.
Actually, I think the one, like, there's an Indian restaurant nearby where I live that does these things called fully loaded fries. And basically what they are is it's like French fries with either honey, like the butter chicken, or they have a chicken called the Eiffel 65 chicken, which is like a spicy chicken. It goes on top. They've got cheese that goes on top of that, and then they've got like different Indian sauces that go on there, and then like onions, and then like little bit of seasonings and stuff, and like, oh, they are delicious. Hold on, I have to get a picture of this.
Really good. It probably has pepper in it, doesn't it? And onion, which I also can't.
Possibly.
That's a shame.
I'm pretty sure you could ask for that to not be included, but yeah, the pepper would be the harder one. It depends on whether or not it's part of the recipe.
I couldn't. It wouldn't work out.
Let me see.
I don't even remember how to play this character properly. I'm probably gonna mess this up something really bad. And Mothy, thank you. It was a very good run. Everything just went exactly our way that time.
So this way I don't dox myself, I'm going to...
No, do it. Dox yourself. Tell me where you live.
Bucket?
Yeah.
No. That is actually against TOS. Do not do that.
Alright, so for everybody who wants to look at these amazing fries...
If you do it again, you will lose privileges to come in here.
I'm sorry. I was just joking.
Yeah,
I know you were joking, but like, you can't actually even joke about that with TOS, unfortunately.
I didn't even realize you couldn't joke about it. Jeez.
No.
Yeah, Twitch is anal.
So several things you cannot say, even in jest, are threats towards others, which doxing is listed under, slurs, institutionalized prejudice or things like that, and one other thing that, I think there's one other thing that you can't say, and I can't remember what it is. It's very niche. You cannot use words that can be used to refer to groups of people, even if those words have a standard meaning.
Huh.
which is really obnoxious for me because I have to try and keep up with that now. Also, thank you so much, SportyFan21, for the follow. I hope you're absolutely enjoying yourself.
Now
Yeah,
I know,
posted-
knowing is half the battle.
G.I. Joe.
But yeah, I posted a
And
picture of the
Brandon
fries in
Jr.
question. So we got the fries in the image exchange, and then I've also posted a chat picture. So yeah, those
Have a
fries
hug for
are
me.
amazing.
Oh, they look phenomenal. I wish I could have those.
I wish you could too.
My favorite food ever, before like everything just went wrong, was actually pollock paneer. If you've never had pollock paneer, it's amazing. Everything I can't have exists in there. Aw, Lucky, thank you so much. Sporty, I'm so glad you're enjoying yourself. Whether you end up talking or just watching, know that I appreciate your being here.
What?
I have no way to prevent that from working, and in all other cases, I would not want to.
In all other cases.
Yes. Ooh, gain
But this
5
very
mantra.
this very specific case, Velix wishes she could stop it.
Absolutely. Self-love should absolutely be supported and encouraged. We should all love ourselves. It has a very gentle cooldown, I think. Aw, Brandon, thank you. Okay.
And Brandon, I accept defeat. So
Oh, thank you, Brandon. Although it's got a small cooldown as stated
There.
earlier, so it didn't do the thing.
I have properly accepted defeat as is customary among humans.
Yes.
That is what happens when humans accept defeat. We hug.
Well,
That's
Velix,
actually not
I will-
true.
I will hug all of you back.
See, where I'm from, whenever you accept defeat, you go to the other team and you slap them on the ass, or is it a high five? It's one of the two. It's something along those lines.
Seeing that insane, like, ass slapping ritual at the end of sporting events, and I'm like, who came up with this, and who did this, and didn't immediately think, yeah, this is not like sexual harassment.
Oh, just someone that was very horny and very sports-minded.
Look, I will say this. Anybody who slaps my ass, I'm just glad that you appreciate what I've got, because I've got no ass. There's
Yeah,
no ass
so
here, and
Mothy-
the fact that you're appreciating it.
Mothy, in some traditions, the idea is like when instead of doing like the handshake thing, like we shake hands with the opposing team, like sometimes like you'll run past like the victorious coach will get to slap the ass of the losing team, or your coach will slap your asses when you're deploying onto the field of sports or onto the sports arena, like whatever you call it.
We play sports ball.
Yes. I've done human sport before. So I don't who thought up that tradition? That just seems well, Flicky, I will look into correcting that in the future. Alright? I will look into correcting that in the future, Flicky. Because everyone should be able to hug everyone here. Hang on, I will make a note. I will make a note.
There you go.
I mean, that actually works. I was not expecting that, but that actually works. Wow, okay. Thank you, Mode, for uncovering that.
I gotta start getting ready for bed stuff.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Bucket, it's been a delight to have you. It's an absolute delight. You've really injected some chaos and things. Also, Bucket. Bucket, are you paying attention?
Yeah. Yes.
Saturday.
Yeah, I'm aware.
You know why I have to say this, though, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is
don't worry.
Bucket
I
being
still
a
love...
bad bucket?
No,
No,
absolutely not.
I have a really short attention span.
Bucket has some of the... I don't know if I can say that, Bucket.
Yeah.
Okay. Bucket probably has the most profound ADHD that I've ever encountered. And I adore him to bits, but I do have to take extra measures with him because in combination with ADHD, he also has a very poor memory. So, and so Bucket and I go back a little ways. Flicker says, "Hey, ADHD club, rise."
Yeah, my ADHD is severe enough that I convinced people that previously thought it was a hogwash that it was real just by, interacting with them.
So I have to take extra steps, and I sometimes sound a little stern, and that is entirely to make sure that I actually have Bucket's attention.
It works.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta be a little stern.
Yeah. An ADHD brother from Brandon. ADHD and autism is what Flicky has.
Yeah, ADHD and autism are similar enough in symptoms that it can be hard to tell which you have and if you have both.
Huh.
Like, there's one thing, I don't remember the exact terminology, but basically it's when you're in a loud environment, it becomes harder to focus on one person because it almost feels like all the sounds are drowning out the voice you're trying to pay attention to. Like, and when I'm in a really loud environment, like everyone's like, well, yeah, it's it's loud, you have a hard time hearing people, but for me, it's like, it's less that, it's noisy, so I have a hard time hearing the person, and more like, it's noisy, so my brain is trying to focus on everybody else around me.
Hey, Licky said that their ADHD masks their autism, and they think it's called sensory overload.
Yeah, something, it's not like I get uncomfortable, I just can't focus on individual speakers.
Brandon has requested that you say something in chat, Bucket. Man, Cradler haven't diagnosed ADHD, but I relate to the memes in my soul.
There.
I'm part of the ASD club officially, though. I am not officially part of the ASD club. I've never been tested for that kind of neurodivergency. I do have other neurodivergencies.
Exactly, toddler. Exactly. Thank you. Our next stream should actually theoretically be tomorrow.
Ooh, nifty. What are you doing?
We're going to be reading that wild fanfiction crossover.
Okay. Can we all agree on one thing? What is that one thing, Flicky?
Asthma sucks. I could agree to asthma sucking.
When you zone out for an hour is the worst.
For me, it's less zoning out for an hour, more so like I do something for an hour, and then I realize an hour had passed, and I get pissed off.
Yeah, I zone out really bad at work. That sometimes,
Are you also ADHD?
If I am, I'm undiagnosed.
Okay.
But I would not doubt it. Like, I really wouldn't doubt it.
Hyperfocus also such as it's fun. I don't know what hyperfocus is. I know obsession, but I don't know the other bit.
Like, imagine, like, alright, you know how sometimes when we're doing our game, you'll be saying something, but, like, I won't realize that I'm supposed to be paying attention? and then you'll get my attention. It's like, sorry, I was paying like something else grabbed my attention. Like, even if I'm not really thinking about it, like I'll start looking at a thing, and then subconsciously all my attention will go on to that one thing, and everything else gets drowned out.
Ah, okay. Is it
Yeah,
just
that
because
happens to
you
me
eat for the
too.
past 19 hours? Goodness.
I sometimes forget to eat as well. Not as much. Part of that that was mostly my ADHD medication, which I'm not on anymore.
Oh,
But
good
I
heavens.
still sometimes forget to eat.
Hang on, everyone. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna have to be right back. There's a thing, that's on my wall. I will be right back.
I guess we gotta
Invasive
entertain the audience.
species! Invasive species!
Gotta wait. I guess we gotta talk while they're gone. I did say I gotta go, but you know what? I'm gonna stay a bit longer, a couple more minutes. Yeah,
So let's talk time travel. How do you feel about time travel? Since we talked about conspiracies before, let's talk about time travel. Do you think time travel is possible?
Yes, but I'm kind of in that mindset of like, if you time travel, you are starting a new continuity.
Okay. So I have two different things when it comes to time travel. Okay. So I have two theories that time travel happens. Either A, it's the continuous timeline theory, which basically means that any time travel that does happen
It's
has already happened.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it doesn't matter what they do; it has been accounted for.
I mean, we time travel all the time naturally.
Mm-hmm. But I'm talking about like back usually. Time travel usually refers to going back more than going forward. Going forward is also, yeah. When you talk time travel, it's usually about the action of going back in time.
When people talk about the complications of time travel.
Yeah. So.
Becoming your own mother, father, and grandpa.
Kinky.
I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. Anyway. There's that theory, and the only other theory I can come up with is what I call it's the multi-timeline, but it works in such a way. So one of my friends asked me, he's like, "Hey,
how do we feel about word lines? It doesn't really bother me."
Oof, word lines. World lines, yeah, world lines. Those are some.
What are world lines?
So basically, world lines are
I thought it was word lines.
No, those are world lines is being talked about. So world lines are referring to areas in where there are ley lines across the Earth, basically.
Yes, please.
And there are certain areas that are considered like where they cross, where the ley lines cross. That's where a lot of like supernatural magic.
Where are you located, Flicky? Because you're not beneath me. You're not beneath the statite where I'm currently stationed.
Flicky would have to be
the
UK.
Okay.
Yeah, it'd be UK or like slightly right of UK.
Oh, my mom's from the UK. Well, Wales specifically. It's the reason why when I'm talking about where I graduated, I say I went to uni.
Yes.
Makes sense.
I have so many friends that are British and like, UK, British, that area. Specifically, I have a couple of like good British friends, but like I hear them talk about certain things, and I'm sitting there like,
hey, your brother's from Wales.
I wish I could do that. Like, I wish I could go around saying that I graduated from uni. Because that's just not. For us, it's college, and it's I hate the term college.
You could still say it, you know.
You could, but it feels like it almost feels like cultural appropriation in a weird way. And I know that seems like kind of stretching it, but it's like.
You know,
language is language. Like usually, like. I don't know. I've always felt like cultural appropriation is more so like taking another person's culture and then claiming it's yours.
That's kind of how it feels when you use those kinds of terms to me sometimes. But that's also stems from me being afraid that I'm offending people because something that I've brought up before. I have a bad habit of when someone does like a really, really heavy accent, I adapt that heavy accent.
No, that's common human behavior.
Yeah,
That's actually
and
called a chameleonic adaptation, I think.
yeah,
You would know that. Didn't you study human behavior?
I mean yes, but
Yeah.
certain things are also not taught, you know, about. Like there are certain things that are definitely talked about in those classes, but in order to get to the nitty gritty, you have to do independent research to find out specific named things.
I see.
Um,
Cradler wants
but
to know that wants everyone to know they do that too.
yeah, no, I actually almost. So I worked at Wally World way back in the day, and this guy
Wally
came
World? What
Yeah,
even is a Wally World?
in Walmart.
Oh, I didn't know it's the same thing.
Yeah, Walmart is or Wally World's what I call Walmart because of many different reasons. But anyway, when I was working there, this guy came in. He was Australian, and he had the most beautiful, thick Australian accent I had ever heard in my life. And I tried very hard not to chameleon him,
Right.
and unfortunately, I couldn't stop it. At one point, he was like, he was looking at a computer, and he said something along the lines of,
All right.
obtain this item will remove the sapphire key. So the sapphire key allows you to move forward, but
Yeah, that pillow though, that pillow's good. I'll have a
that is a good
chance.
pillow.
I'll have a chance next time. And right now I'm bleeding
You are
HP
losing
everywhere.
health. Yeah, you are dying.
I know this is kind of circling back to something, but I am very glad that people actually take ADHD seriously now. Growing up,
Growing that when you were growing up, like honestly, like when I was a nymph, because to be a Veator, being a Veator is a bit of a mess. You have to start out when you're pretty young because you have to absorb the culture of whatever species you're watching, right? Like you have to. Otherwise, you won't be able to understand it or them. And basically, when I saw like no health condition was being taken at all seriously. Like, I think everyone here who has a health condition from when they were growing up, when they were a nymph or a larva, can go, yeah, no, my health condition was not taken very seriously by at least half people around me. The favorite one that I ever got to like find out about or hear about was someone having an asthmatic episode and being told to walk it off.
What?
Oh.
Yep.
I didn't have that happen.
Yeah, actually, what happened in one of my classes, and no, it was taken seriously, but at the time, the professor didn't realize what was going on. I was in college classes, and this chick, he was talking about something normal, something very simple. It was an ethics class. Well, this chick in the front.
Let's try.
This chick in the front started.
There's heard that happening before.
Yeah, she started hyperventilating out of nowhere, and the professor thought she was like laughing or something about what he had said, and so he's like, "I guess it was kind of funny, huh? Right?" Well, then she started like hyperventilating more, and she like started grabbing for her chest and stuff like that. And it was at that moment he was like, "Oh, hold on. Are you okay? Are you okay? Like,
wow.
Are you having like a heart attack, a seizure? What's going on?" And she motioned to him basically, and she wrote down on the paper she was having a panic attack.
Oh my
But
goodness.
it was so bad that she had to leave the room because it was something that she doesn't even know. Like she came back and she apologized for it, and he was like, no, don't ever apologize for that. Whatever happened, and she's like, the thing is that I don't know what caused it. I just was there. Next thing I know, I started panicking, and it went out of control. And I don't even know what started it.
Panic attacks are no fun and no joke.
So.
Okay, here we go.
Growing up, like my ADHD seems bad now, but growing up it was worse because like what you see now is after years and years of behavioral therapy. And it wasn't to like stop having ADHD, it was like learning to manage it. But there were a good deal of people that just didn't believe it was real. I was lucky enough to be going to a school district that took that kind of stuff very seriously. But you know, a lot of my peers really didn't take it seriously. Some of the people in the Boy Scout troop I was in didn't think it was, didn't think it should be taken seriously. One kid in particular said that I should just get over it and calm down. Because he had ADHD and he got over it. Of course, he was never diagnosed, but they all knew he had it.
Also, Flicker, I'm very sorry that happened to you. That's not how people should be treated, and calling an immature specimen of a creature immature is such a tautological way to attack someone's emotions who has no defense against understanding that that's a completely invalid way to approach the issue. Like, of course a child, of course anyone that is like, anyone who's a nymph is going to be nymphatic, anyone who's a child is going to be childish, anyone who's not a mature specimen is going to be immature by definition. But that shouldn't be...
I want to hold up my hand real fast and just say that I'm not a mature specimen, therefore it's okay that I act immature sometimes. Boobs and farts. Haha, haha.
Mode.
It's funny.
I hate to tell you this, but unfortunately for you, you are a mature specimen of humanity.
I don't want to be a mature specimen. It's hard, okay?
You don't have
It's
a
hard,
choice
and then
in
you
that.
gotta...
Your cells age and divide and change regardless of what you do and don't want.
I think there are people present that can attest to the fact that I am not very mature. I'm mature in the ways that matter, and that's about it.
Are we still doing phrasing, or is that off the table?
I have no idea what that is.
Okay, so that's a reference to Archer, and what it is that basically.
Okay.
I know you don't like Archer. I think we've
Okay,
had
no,
this discussion
I will
before.
explain afterwards. See,
But
everyone here is having the crap they did growing up with it. Yeah, thank you, Cradler, for giving everyone's hugs. Absolutely. All my love to everyone who had to grow up dealing with this kind of absolute nonsense. You shouldn't have had to. Flicky, I'm sorry. So go ahead, Mode, about Archer.
Yeah, so in Archer, they basically make a reference to this thing called phrasing, and basically, it's brought up in the show as anybody who says something that might even slightly be taken out of context and be taken in a either semi-sexual or semi-way, but when it's taken out completely out of context. So if you say something like, oh man, that got hard, just kept coming. Someone could say phrasing because taken out of context, regardless of what you said before or otherwise, that phrase alone sounds questionable.
Gotcha. Can I just...
So like earlier when you were saying the thing about Brandon that almost got clipped, that was an example of
phrasing. Got clipped or not.
I don't know, someone out there holds on to that clip going, one day. I don't know, maybe not.
The lewd alert, as it were. Thank you, Cradler, that makes sense to me. Also, I am a flicker. I'm very sorry, but if nothing else, you can have friends here. I believe you absolutely can have friends here.
You're always welcome here. You're welcome to my streams anytime that you want to come say hi to anybody here.
Yes, actually, that was a great chance, since this won't cause any confusion.
Oh god, here comes a shout out.
Yes. So Mode, who is this man, the man with the beard and the glasses in...
Hi.
Yes. describes himself as everyone's support character. He is, if you want a wonderful place to just chill with great vibes, watch his things. Absolutely watch his things. He is delightful, and I am delighted that I get the chance to do stuff with him at least every Tuesday. Although we're going to be going on break for a couple weeks soon. With him and me and Mothy, we do Borderland Tuesdays together. See, not that painful. Not that painful, right?
No, that's good.
And just a bit of advice to everyone.
Yeah.
If you are
The follow
currently
has
seeing
been
a
made,
psychiatrist
man.
for your mental
Thank
health
you.
issues, be sure they actually give a shit about you. The psychiatrist, my first psychiatrist that I saw for many years, rarely ever asked about how I was doing or how my anxiety was or anything like that. It was basically just, how are the side effects of your medication? Is it working? Okay, here's your next script.
So here's a quick thing that is very important. As somebody who has taken classes in psychology and has a bachelor's in it, see a psychologist before you see a psychiatrist. It's a very subtle difference, and it's a very big thing. A psychiatrist will almost always be the one to like push like pills, and don't get me wrong, there are some situations in where pills are very important. Sometimes you have a chemical imbalance or something like that. I'm not saying.
If I may, briefly to expand.
Yes.
So, a psychiatrist is a neurochemist. A psychologist is a student of people's behavior and how that affects them. So psychiatrists, if your psychiatrist was only interested, if you went to see a psychiatrist, Bucket, and they were only interested in how you're doing medically, that was actually them doing their job. The problem is that this difference is not actually properly understood by the public. What you need is to see a counselor, probably, ideally, a cognitive behavioral therapist. And they would be the ones that would actually help you cope and deal and figure out what the hell is going on with you.
Well, I mean, more the reason why I bring this up is because there were other, like, they never asked about my anxiety, even though I was on medication for anxiety. It was basically just finding out my medication was working in and out. And the reason why this matters, at least to me, is because the next psychiatrist I saw some years later asked how I was doing. Did just ask how I was doing. Asked how my anxiety was. Making sure my medication was good. Asked me to, because this was remote, so they asked me like, "What's your blood pressure at?" And if I have if my anxiety had a flare up or something like that, or my medication wasn't working as well, they would want to try and narrow down how what we could do differently.
Right.
Whereas the other one was more interested in how my sister was doing, and would actually ask during my appointments how my sister is.
Right, that was unprofessional. And I'm not defending them, but the thing is, and I want to clear this up, psychiatrists are not inherently pill pushers any more than doctors are. The bad ones are, but psychiatrists are medical professionals, not mental health professionals. There's a very important difference. And part of why it's so important to me is because the part of the problem is that some of my conditions require a medical neural specialist, which is not available to me, even though counselors absolutely are, but counselors cannot assist with them. And it's just, in both cases, it's just important to get to the correct one, and ideally they will be a decent person.
Because I needed a psychiatrist for ADHD medication.
Yeah, the problem is you needed, not really.
I did get both.
What you probably needed was actually a CBT therapist who could refer you to a psychiatrist for prescriptions. Like, your primary point of care should probably have been the CBT.
I was getting plenty of outside therapy beyond the psychiatrist, but basically I'm saying get a psychiatrist that actually gives at least is good at pretending to give a shit and not just there to fill out your script.
Yeah.
But the only reason I take issue with that is that if you're going to say it like that, you need to be saying the same thing about, like, say it with the same tone that you'd say that as a normal doctor.
So yeah, let's
Because it's the
go ahead
same
and
thing, at least from where I sit.
yeah. Let me go ahead and say this. So this is a big thing with the psychiatrist versus psychologist thing. A lot of people say psychiatrists are pill pushers, and the thing is that that's not necessarily the case. The thing is that the difference between a psychologist and a psychiatrist is that a psychologist is able to look at what's going on in your brain and kind of go, okay, here's some solutions we can do to fix that. A psychiatrist has been trained to look at what your symptoms are and prescribe you something that will help with those things, especially if you suffer from something like a chemical imbalance or other things. If you are seeing a psychiatrist and they are offering you pills, that is not a bad thing. That might be something medically that you need. And there are certain issues that psychology cannot help with. Just like there are certain things that drugs cannot help with. It really boils down to what the issue is and what the best course of action is for what you're experiencing. It's always best to do, like, if you have a question about something, ask your doctor, ask your psychiatrist, your psychologist, ask questions. But never take things into your own hands and go, oh, well, I don't need my pills. Oh, I don't need, you know.
Yeah, like if you can, if it is within your power, definitely see both, because like I said, years of behavioral therapy is what allowed me to act as well as I did, not just drugs alone.
Yeah. So, anyway, Velix, I didn't mean to, like...
No, it's absolutely fine. Also, I'm glad that both of you two there are doing okay. I guess was saying, vis-a-vis, Bucket was part of why I wanted to try and do that, is because when you tell that story, you often you position it like the idea of a psychiatrist seeking predominantly to get medication is the problem. The problem was your psychiatrist was an ass.
Yeah.
Not that they were not the other stuff. And your retelling of it does not make that necessarily particularly readily understandable to other people. And I want to make sure that that's
clear, basically.
I wanted to make sure that that was well communicated.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, going forward, I know to do that better. Knowing is half the battle, J&J.
Yeah, like it's
and whoever mental health professional you see, be sure that they actually believe that the mental condition you have been diagnosed with, they actually believe it is real.
Like again, that's. I feel like that almost like that. I feel it's almost ridiculous to even say that. Like that should just be.
It should be a default, but there are individuals who, unfortunately, and it's the same thing with the medical industry in general. There are certain people who are out there to make a buck, not to actually help anybody. And
Yes.
you have to be able to determine which is which in your specific situation. Are you... Sorry, go ahead.
No, all I was gonna say, I don't remember, I'm sorry. Yeah,
Okay.
like, that's a big issue.
Yeah, you just
So-
want to make sure that you're doing what's right, because it's hard. It is not easy to tell when someone is trying to make a patient out of you versus trying to help you. It's not an easy thing. Your best bet is to always get a second opinion.
So,
Like,
I really gotta
you,
go.
if you can.
alright, take care, Bucket. I
Great
will
hanging
catch up
out.
with you later, absolutely.
Of course. Later,
Uh,
Bucket. Be safe.
Yeah, Cradler,
I'll try.
oh, you're safe. Cradler, I want to say that Cradler brings up an interesting and, like, a good point, which is, like, the other side of the rhetoric, which I don't want to stray into either, if we can help it. Oh, I remember what I was going to say, which was to Bucket, which was that I didn't mind how they told the story personally, but I want to try and make sure that anyone who like looks in here and sees this comes away with like as balanced a perspective or viewpoint as I can try and make sure to give them. Like we all have our
Right.
own
Well, unfortunately,
biases
when it
and
comes
issues.
right, and when it comes
Yeah.
down to it, regardless of how, what will end up happening is that somebody will show up here and they'll take it how they wish to take it.
Sure, but that's not going to. I'm not going to have that be because of anything I did or did not say. Like, anyone can take
Right.
anything you say however they want to, right? This is also part of why I don't do short form quotes, because if you actually want to know my thoughts on the matter, I will happily give you my thoughts on the matter, but I cannot reduce them down to a single bullet point of information because that is a very reductionist and very. I mean, it's frankly both immature and limiting and unhelpful way of observing things. Um, beyond that, though, I was going to say, Cradler brought up a really interesting point. Because they were saying that they take things in their own hands. That's all this they have to do with medical staff. The other side of this, sort of like the rhetoric that I don't want to get into, is the always like is the trust your doctor blithely side of the mechanic of the rhetoric, which is something that is frequently promoted within medical spaces.
Yeah. You never want to blindly trust your doctor. That's why you always
not just blindly, blithely.
Okay.
It's a different word. Blithely.
I'm not sure exactly.
It's sort of like it's like without thinking or considering about it. Like the important thing is there's something called self-advocacy, which is something that I actually believe in and recommend that everyone do. And it's attempting to learn as much about your own medical state and conditions as you can. And if the doctor says something that contradicts what you understand to be true or to know, to question them on it, and if they're not able to give not just sound reasoning, but to actually provide you with rationale or compelling evidence as to why what you have become accustomed to functions or matters, then it's important to re-examine and reassess whether or not you want to follow that advice or possibly your relationship with that doctor anyway. Cradler said something that is very, very true of myself, which is that medical professionals have thoroughly broken their trust. And the thing is, I can understand that. The ultimate of the day, I think the important thing, medical professionals are, unfortunately, and this is deeply unfortunately, they are lionized in the northern, in the Federated United States of North America. They are lionized individuals. They are basically people who are held up as being almost like, I guess, like very mighty, very potent individuals who are cut above other people, right?
Right.
And this is a huge problem in so many ways. And because of this,
something that a lot of people don't realize is that doctors are human.
well, actually, that's exactly what I was getting to. Is the problem is because they're lionized, there's this expectation. There's an expectation going into any relationship with a medical professional that they implicitly know what they are doing and what is best, and that you are meant to trust them. You are not meant to trust them any more or less than you would any other service that you are seeking to engage, purchase, or use. They are just another human being providing a service to you.
And if you ever have a question about something or something doesn't sound right to you, like I said, see if you can get a second opinion. A second or even third opinion. Like, there are going to be different doctors who say different things. I mean, I had a doctor that I had to go to 3 different doctors to find out what was actually wrong with me once. I had, it was an injury in my knee. What had happened was I tore my lateral meniscus. Well, one doctor thought, oh, I just popped the bone out of place, let me go ahead and jerry-rig it on in and it'll be fine. That didn't work. So I talked to another doctor, and that doctor was like, well, what happened? I was like, well, I was trying to get off the ground and I heard this popping noise, and they're like, okay, cool. So more than likely what happened is you moved something out of place, something like that. I was like, no, I just talked to another doctor. The doctor said the same thing. It's not, bone out of place. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Have you considered, like, just putting it in a brace and having it there for a little bit? And I was like, well, I tried doing that. It didn't work out too well, They're like, well, it sounds like it might just be, like, sore muscles or something like that. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
I guess.
And see, yeah, Cradler brought up a point, which is, I think, one of the crux of the issues is the medical system you're dealing with is unfortunately woefully understaffed and underperforming. Which is, and it's actually something that I've had to face a lot of times, is the opinion of most doctors being that, oh, you seem fine, you just have a problem that we can't really pin down, but here's some pills that you've said don't work, but try and take them anyway. What I will say, though, Cradler, is that what I would call medical industrialists, people who are in it as a first and foremost as a business concern, tend to hate educated patients. I have been very fortunate. I've found medical professionals who I have been able to trust and work with, who appreciate that I'm coming into the conversation with knowledge I can use to help give them additional details, ask informed questions, and help them look at possibilities they might not have otherwise considered, even because they're often busy people, they often forget options.
Yeah. Being educated always helps.
Yeah. Sorry to gently hijack that there mode. Trying to keep all of the hivelings, all the experiencers still looped into what we're talking about.
The other sad thing about northern medicine, especially when it comes to
okay, let me stop you there briefly. Industrialized medicine.
Industrialized medicine. Okay, that would be a better way of putting it.
Thank you.
I've always heard the term northern medicine, and that's not necessarily what it.
Very small side tangent. Northern medicine is one of those very interesting, very prejudicial terms that is predominantly used by snake oil salesmen who would like to sell you on what they would claim is Eastern medicine, but is usually a bunch of nonsense.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Brandon.
100% right on that. But one of the things that really bugs me about industrialized medicine is that despite the fact that we like to say that we're trying to cure people, the medical industry is designed to be an industry. And so one of the reasons why it's always good to have a second, third opinion, or even do your own research, is because there will be certain doctors, and it's not all doctors, again, not all doctors, who they might be approached by a drug salesman and say, hey, we've got this drug, it fixes headaches, cramps, and everything else. If you sell this to your patients, we'll give you a cut of the profits that we make off of it. And so there are doctors that sometimes will fall into those lines. And one of the things that you need to be aware of is that when it deals with medicine, it is, like I said, it's an industry, it's a business. There are going to be some people out there who don't want to cure you. They want to make that money. You have to realize who those people are and be able to protect yourself from those kinds of people. And again, like I said, it's not all doctors and it's not all situations, but it is something that is common enough in the industry that you do need to be careful of.
Well, all that is true. I think what Cradler is referring to is that in some areas, and more areas than not, the issues of economics and availability mean that there are no viable options of medical professionals who are willing to work with you as an individual patient rather than as a consumer.
Right.
Which is, I'm really sorry about that. I'm gonna have to make a little Ushanka that I can just like wear whenever I start talking like this. Like this is the issue with especially late stage capitalism, but with undirected or uncontrolled capitalism.
And I do apologize. Like, I'm not trying to upset anybody here. If anybody is upset, it's not my intention.
No,
I just have gone through the schooling for it, and I've seen things.
The thing is, I feel like you have been in a unique opportunity to be able to see both many of the upsides and many of the downsides. And I think that a lot of people, their experiences have either been predominantly upside or predominantly downside.
Yeah.
Again, I'm fortunate in that, like you, I've seen upsides and downsides. I do not believe there's an upside to industrialized medical care. I believe there's an upside to industrial medical construction, but that's because I think you'd have to be very against technology not to think that. But again, that's a personal opinion, and it's one that I am open to counter arguments towards if people want to forward them. Flicky gave a quote, which is, "Capitalism is the game where everyone wins except you."
And that's a true quote. Because the point of capitalism is to make a buck.
Actually,
okay.
If I may, I'm sorry, I can stop. But like, you're right in a practical sense. But I want to point something out that actually is basically capitalism is the practice by which the acquisition and the acquisition of capital is the primemost concern, and by which the amassing of capital determines rulership or leadership of a civilization's course. And I wanted to point that out, mostly because, like, as soon as you look at what it means, like the direction of it, like, automatically like comes together. I'm sorry, I should have waited. I feel like I've done something. I feel like I've been awful. Okay.
No.
Sorry, please keep coming.
You're good. I'm trying to think of where I was at. Not so much at where I was at, but rather the point I was trying to make exactly. I'm also trying to play a game at the same time, which is a terrible thing to do. You should never have a conversation while also trying to do something else, because, like, that is just
you mean like I do all the time?
Yeah. It's one of those bad, like, you're not going to get anything done, why are you doing this situations. But it's like, oh, I want to play the video game.
What video game are you playing? Also, thank you,
I'm playing the Outer Worlds. Which, I've played this game before,
Hang on. Right, okay. Sorry, sometimes my brain looks like the Outer World, the Outer Worlds and the Outer Wilds, and they just become mixed together in my head.
Oh no, I think they did that on purpose. I think that somebody was like, "Oh, hey, there's this game called like The Outer Worlds coming out." And they're like, "What if we had a product that sounded really close to it?" And they were like,
Yeah.
or vice versa, you know, because I know Outer Worlds was talked about for a very long time. So I'm assuming, and this is a big assumption, like BB, like
So
I'm assuming that Outer Wilds came out after the announcement for Outer Worlds.
Okay, the announcement, I would absolutely probably agree to that.
But I cannot like say that's 100% true, and I also have no proof to say, oh, they, like, I'm not accusing anybody like stealing anything or anything like that. That's not my thing here. I'm just saying that it would be a strong business move
I
to
don't
hear about something and be like, ooh.
I don't think that's why they did it, because like you're literally exploring what is called the Outer Wilds. It's a weird
Coincidence?
space exploration game thing. Well, I think it's more of a coincidence, because like games taking place in space tend to like to use the word outer anyway. Like
I said, I'm not saying that it's not impossible to be a coincidence. However, I can also say that if it was intentional, it is one of those that was a smart move situations, because if you can ride off of the coattails of something else to give yourself pre-publicity, like, good on you. Like, you can do some good stuff with that.
I'm against the practice, but like I do agree with you. It does work out well. I feel it's a little bit
Scummy?
Let's go with that. Sure.
Yeah,
I didn't have any other word in mind. It's just like I couldn't think of a good way to describe it.
Right. I usually use the term scummy because that makes the most sense for me. And I do agree, it's a little on the scum side, but I also have realized that because
it's a bit raccoony. Also, Flicky, yes, that is the one with the guy with the moon head. He's a mascot.
Yes, that's the one I'm playing right now. I'm actually super excited for the sequel that's apparently coming out.
Oh, okay, interesting.
Yeah, they announced the sequel back at the Game Awards.
I will say though that Obsidian, that's who made it, right?
Yes.
Oh, they did what's his name? He's the guy who makes the RPGs.
You're gonna have to be a little more specific.
Like, he's famous. He did like it was big into the early Fallout games. Like,
oh, you're talking about Todd Howard.
No,
hold
the
on.
early Fallout games.
Well, okay, I heard Fallout and the RPG guy, and I was like, oh yeah, Todd Howard.
No, Todd Howard's like a businessman. He does open world. He did open world design.
Yeah. Look,
Fallout. Think like Fallout 2. Oh, I'm gonna look it up. Hang on, because I gotta look it up.
Let's say you've lost me because unfortunately, like, no offense to anybody who's played Fallout, I'm not a huge fan of the series, and so I've played Fallout.
Oh, he's done a bunch of other stuff too, like a big part of Black Isle. There's a bunch of other stuff too. Worked on Planescape Torment and Torment Tides of Numenaria. Like, did a lot of stuff.
I hate to say, but you're like shouting names at me that I do recognize, but do not know anybody behind. I play video games. I don't like.
See, this is what, like, I'm not a gamer. I'm a games enthusiast, and it's very different. Like, gamers love to play games. Like, that's their big, like, point of interaction with the games. They want to play them, right? I'm kind of like here for I'm kind of here like for the games themselves, for their design, their production, a bunch of other stuff. Wow, I'm gonna die. It's not J.E. Sawyer. It's the other one.
I'm a gamer when it comes to most things. I play video games to have fun and stuff, and like, yeah, I understand there's people behind the games and stuff, but I usually kind of now, of course, I can't ignore certain things, you know, like what happened in Blizzard and stuff like that. Like, those are big things that I'm like, oh, those are terrible people
I mean,
that did some terrible
that's
things.
basically standard for the industry.
Yeah, unfortunately so. But anyway, that's a whole other topic.
Yes. Oh, this is where I die, because I messed up a little bit. I produced Raccoon because they look like little bandit, little crime boys. Okay, but yeah, sorry. I can't remember what it was, but they did him such a dirty. Like, he regularly worked with the company, and he was supposed to be doing work on, like, the Outer Worlds, I think. But then, like, his mother died, and they used his, like, going to the funeral as an excuse, basically, to force him out of the company.
Oh, that's real scummy.
Uh-huh. I wish I could remember the names. I can't remember names. Oh wow. But yeah, it's very Dank Ruggington of them.
When it comes to people and like making games and stuff like that, they're even like when it comes to like music and stuff like that, I'm really bad at like I could sing a song all day long.
Isn't that a song itself?
Inside. Yes, it is. Anyway, but yeah, I could do that and know the song inwards, backwards, leftwards, rightwards, and I could not tell you who sang it.
Huh.
Like, I've legitimately sung songs that I cannot tell you who sung it first or why they sung it. And I know that's bad of me.
I don't know if it's bad of you. I don't think you should take on guilt like that. I don't think that's very healthy for you. Like, I don't think it's bad of you at all. It's just your memory's just weak in that way. Oh. I think
guilt is a constant thing that I hold.
I think Mode also.
Sometime.
I think Mode also needs hugs. Can I have some of my wonderful experiences? Give Mode a hug, please.
Thank you, guys. I've been known to take on a lot of guilt for things, and like I also have a real bad guilty conscience that even when I know I haven't done something, if someone like accuses me of doing something, it puts me in a bad place.
Aww. Thank you,
Like
Flicky.
I'll start believing that whatever they said I did.
Yeah. Well, it makes sense, right? Like, I'm not gonna repeat any of it here, but like from what you mentioned about yourself. Thank you, Brandon. What you've mentioned about yourself, like taking on guilt, because I do it too, right? Like, I'm not. Do not let me try and seem like I am like above you or anything like that.
Except you are, like physically.
Okay, physically, yes, but like.
I got him, chat. Got her, chat.
Damn it, I hate that you did. I
I accidentally started stealing from people, and I'm like, oh my god, that was not an intentional thing that I just did.
It's so the thing about I was trying to say, was that like it's when you're forced to confront a lot of negativity all the time, right? Like trying to take on things is a way of acquiring control of things, of all the negativity in your life. Pretty sure you're above us physically all. I try to be. I might be. I think it has to be by definition. So yes, we'll go with yes. But no, I absolutely understand it. I have no idea where we were before. Holy crap! Big Tug Raid! Oh my goodness, Gortug!
Tug raid.
Thank you so much! Oh my god! Hello, everyone!
We got
This has
Yuzu in
been
here. We got Shoop.
this has been a night. Yuzu's in here? Oh, there is Yuzu. Gortug, welcome. How's it going? How are you doing, Gortug? How was the stream? See, Schneedy, Shoop64, Gortug, Kingpin, Yuzu, Sully Streams. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Welcome, welcome all. Oh, dang. You're playing Rocket League? I've never played. It looks like a blast. I hope you had a ton of fun. Beating ourselves up with negativity is how we can protect. It's how we can normalize pain. One of the ways we can, anyway.
So when it comes to negativity, it's hard. I'm not gonna lie. I have struggled with a lot of negativity in my life. A lot of things that I've told Velix a little bit about some of the stuff that has happened in my life, but I have not gone into full detail because there is a lot to unpack when it comes to my life.
Brandon, thank you for the bits, Brandon.
And like I can't hold
Doobie
a hat
Crackles.
candle.
Go ahead and keep going.
You're good. You're talking to chat, so I understand.
Yeah.
I can't hold a candle to like the things that happened to poor Velix and stuff like that, but like
I don't even think of it like that. It's not a contest, and if it was, I want to drop out. That's
right?
all I will say about it.
I feel that. But when it comes to dealing with negativity, the biggest thing you need to remember is that negativity is often built in our minds because we want, for some reason, we want to feel guilty about things. It's weird. It's a very, very weird process. We want to feel like something we did was wrong, or
We want there to be
something.
an order of logic to why we now feel bad.
Exactly. There's once we start feeling the negative thoughts, it starts to cause that feeling that something is wrong, and so we start to justify why do we feel wrong.
Also, all of my experiencers, I've changed the settings a little bit. Let me know if it's better. Hopefully, it's better.
So when it comes to dealing with negative feelings, negative energy, what you need to realize is that it's a cycle that you can put yourself on that is hard to come off of, but in reality it's not. The logic seems to be there. There seems to be a logic into what you're doing or what you're thinking, but the logic itself is flawed. Like, you can feel bad about something that happened years ago that someone else doesn't even remember. God knows I have. You can have that one event drag you down and ruin any day that you've had, any plans that you had. And that's a very real thing that can happen to you. But it's because of that flawed logic. It's because of that feeling that you need to repent for something that might not even matter anymore.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, it's a chibi thing, too. That's adorable. Flicky has been talking about a Glaceon plushie that she grabs whenever she's feeling sad. This chibi one. I would love one of those. Maybe after I take care of like all of the basics, if people want to still if people want to be nice enough to do that kind of to offer me things, maybe I'll put something like that on my throne or something. Other things definitely come first though. Anything to make this better.
I think you can actually get that Glaceon from like Build-A-Bear.
That's kind of awesome actually. Um Just can't even stand on her own. But yeah, Groitug, I don't think I saw from you. I hope you're still there. Like, I wanted to know how Rocket League went. Did you win, son?
Are you winning, son?
Yes. Apparently I did win, mommy. Oh no! Wait, it's you. You're the reason Space Mom came roaring back, aren't you?
I'm going to say yes.
I mean,
Or rather, I'm going to blame Groitug for it, just because I have no other evidence to support otherwise.
Me. I was just trying to meme. I was just trying to meme. Memes are hard. I don't understand them. Like, I can't get my head around them.
It's just a meme, bruh. It's just a meme.
I was so proud winning her. I'm glad, Flicky. I'm glad you got to win her then.
Perhaps.
Okay. Oh my goodness. If you didn't have such a mommy model. It's the suit, isn't it? It's the suit. I'm ditching the suit in the future. It has to be the suit, right?
Okay, to be fair, you drop that suit, and the first thing that's gonna happen is there's gonna be even more mommy memes. But just because, you know, if you don't got the suit on, what do you got on? You know, that's questionable.
Something more casual. Something more casual. I don't know. No, I was thinking just like a top and like I have this really fancy like layered skirt that I want to wear. It's like this layered skirt and abdomen cover, and then I have like this little mantle that I'm gonna wear over like a nice top, over just like over like a casual top. Galaxy hoodie, Velix. Maybe in the future. Maybe in the future. Is the energy I throw? Oh no. Okay. Oh, I'm not gonna get away from this, am I? I feel like Rorschach has won this, whatever this is. I don't know if it's a debate, I don't know if it's a talk, I don't even know. Oh, wow. You're literally never gonna escape your anime school teacher energy. I'm sorry, what?
That's definitely a sentence that was there.
Is that what I come off as? Is that what I'm like? That's I guess I take 14 for the moment. Anime school teacher. Maybe I should just get a ruler. It is a-okay, Flicky. I've enjoyed it. If you don't want to say more, then I understand as well. Okay, her name is Icicle. That's awesome. Gorta, you agree. So apparently okay, so anime school teacher it is. So maybe I should use like a ruler or something.
Okay, hold on. If you like tie your hair up or tie your shit,
They are chitinous plates. They're like, okay, like, okay, look at your fingernails. Look at your fingernails. I know you have
okay,
them.
I'm aware. But like,
How do I tie those up?
I don't know. But if you got like that what is it? The Dami Mommy school teacher haircut, where like it's like, do you know what I'm talking about? Where they got like the chopsticks in their hair, but it's like the bun pulled up.
Oh yes, I actually do.
Yeah, like that with the ruler and then the suit you got going on right now. Like, even if it's just like a modified version of that suit, I can definitely see the anime Dami Mommy. Like, sorry, Dami Mommy teacher. Wait, hold on. PG, please.
Am I the only one who'd absolutely love a Velix plush? Okay, so apparently a plush is something I'm going to have to try and figure out a way to like finagle at some point.
A Velix plush would be great. I would buy one.
I would buy one, and I am me. That's gonna drop when I make partner. Okay, when I make partner, then I will see about making a plushie. How's that? What have I just agreed to here? I hope I do not live to regret that statement.
Oh no, you'll regret it.
Good to know that.
Especially because the first thing that's gonna happen.
I like
Because I know-
PG in quotes.
Yeah, I know for a fact the first thing that's gonna happen is someone's gonna meme it up, and there's just gonna be the worst picture that would ever be posted in your server, and I just. Whoever you are that's already planning on doing this, stop. Get some help.
Mode, why would you say this? Like, don't even mention.
That's why I'm not gonna say what it is.
Also,
but somebody out there has already thought of this, and you need to stop.
Also, Flicky, I can't promise I'll ever be PG for you. I think I swear too much, but I absolutely promise. It's definitely gonna. I know what you mean, and absolutely yes to what you mean. Ooh, I may have made a slight, very minor, enormous tactical error. None of these are good. Okay. I look like I take way more damage than I can afford right now. You have a mouth that makes a sailor blush. I think Flicky meant to be themselves. I think Flicky meant themselves, if I understand correctly. Okay. I think everyone I've ever known of with chronic baby face is like the worst swearers and things. I think it might be a form of compensation. Do about 10 of those plushies somehow. Maybe, maybe okay, if I ever break 100,000 followers, I will try and find a way to like make like a large scale plushie, or maybe close to life size plushie.
It's a statement you will come to regret.
Probably. I'm almost definitely 100%, 110% positive I am deeply going to regret having said that, but you know, here we are. Yeah, Flicky, I absolutely understand that, and things like, I don't understand why you wouldn't ever take another sapient life form seriously when they were wanting to be serious. Whether they are cute or not, you don't have a right not to take someone seriously if they're asking you to take someone seriously. Mothy, welcome back. I died. And now I'm here. Let's smack for more damage when we can. Yes, I'm sure you would. You, sir, are an orc of respect. Wait, Gortok, are you an orc or a half-orc? I can never remember. I'm so sorry. Gortok's orc? Pure orc?
Gortok orc. Yep.
Gortok's orc. Okay.
My character is half orc. Well, my TV character, but
Oh, yeah. Gortok is my favorite orc of quality. Gortok, aren't most people shorter than you? No protect unless they want protect. Everyone has the right to determine their own level of protect. I knew someone who was absolutely tiny, who did not need protect. Gortok, you may want to rethink that statement. So I can confirm, Flicky, that Gortok looks out to try and protect everyone. It's not because it's not because of any perceived cuteness or smallness.
now if you are cute and or small, it may assist, but that does not necessarily mean that, you know, that is a defining factor.
Aww. I don't think there's any cause to be angry here. I am Flicker. I don't think there's any reason to be angry here.
If you wish to be angry, you can be angry at me, and then we can have beef on Twitter.
Aren't we? That's right. Weren't you mad at me for some reason, in theory?
So I've been joking for a while that I've been wanting to have, like, beef with somebody on Twitter, but it not be like real beef. It's just like one of those like fake Twitter beefs. And so I had jokingly said, because Velix was upset about something, I was like, Velix, you want to have beef? We can have beef with each other.
Yes, absolutely.
And so we talked about like starting
right time. Might die because of these. Oh, I'm not dead somehow. Let's beef over Eva. What is Eva?
What's Eva? I need context before I can beef over Eva. Oh, Evangelion. Okay. Yeah, we can beef over Evangelion. But like, what version of beef do you want to have? Like, do you want to be like for or against? Like,
I think you guys got that nerd rage going on.
Like,
Can I just draw? I cannot draw the cards
what would
I
happen?
need.
What we would have to do, Yuzu, is I'd have to post on Twitter
Hang on, 7 times
that
4.
like
Did I fuck this up? Did I fuck this up? What's 7 times 4?
7 minus 4,
Times 4.
28.
Oh, I'm fine then. Give me the goddamn mantra with my attack card!
But yeah, we could beef. What we could do is we could beef over Evangelion, and what we
Fine.
do is like, I could post. So this is what would have to happen. Okay, I'd have to post an image on Twitter. It has to be something like, man, the robot designs in Evangelion are so cool. There's no anime ever that can ever like dispute it. And then you can like come in and be
you
like,
are thinking absolutely the wrong way about the way that Yuzu deals with Evangelion.
okay, we can talk about medical trauma and how like Shinji's a little bitch. But I mean, like, I was trying to like come
No,
up with something.
Yuzu says they can work with this, so I guess beef is all beef ho. Beefward ho.
So then, like, after I post that, like, you can post like obviously better like mech designs, and then like we can have like a back and forth beef in where we like talk about different parts of Evangelion and how like we need to find 2 series that are like very very close together. Like from
No,
Evangelion.
Mothy, I removed Rat.
See that right there? There you go. Fucking Yuzu already starting the beef. Okay.
Hang
Yeah.
on, that's okay.
Technically, they're angels, but they're also mechs because, you know, we put armor on them, so technically it counts.
Is there need of protect? No, I don't think so, Brandon. I mean, Grortug might be in need of protect. I hate Wrath. I appreciate its damage output, but I always mistime like its usage. I end up hurting myself with it so much. Let's get some cycle in here. We can work with this. We can finish this right now. I'm actually going for a divinity build. I like divinity build. If I could use it well, I would. If you want to come in this and teach me how to use this, how to try and use Wrath next time, then I would absolutely welcome it, Monty. Unplayable. When you draw this card, add 2 miracles to your hand. Exhaust. Okay. Shuffle an expunger. Okay. Into your draw pile exhaust. That's interesting. They're 30 HP or less. So their hit points is... I might take Judgment, actually. I might take Judgment just to knock out, like, lower-powered enemies. Why do I feel like in this chat I'm how... See my chat of Kalecheck, I'm being held back my neck just screaming.
I now have the gloop gun.
Yeah, I'm gonna try Judgment. I've never tried Judgment before. We're gonna try it. I can no longer gain gold. Oh, that's... I'm gonna want that gold. Yeah, hang on. Yeah, like, my deck here is this. Currently Mothy. 3 strikes, 2 defends, Vigilance, Prey plus, Perseverance plus, Establishment, Sanctity, Master Reality, and Judgment.
Gurren Lagann, more like Gurren Sug on these nuts.
One, that was weak and you know it. 2...
I know it was weak. I'm trying to make fake Twitter beef here. It's not meant to be like top tier grade A stuff.
Yeah, I don't know how good this deck is, Mothy. I'm not And we all know that I'm kind of a smooth brain, so like my playing a strategy game is gonna be a bit complicated. Should have played that first, actually.
It was a mistake. I don't know why I did that. I don't know why I said that was a great idea, but I did it anyway, and it failed me. Smooth brain powers activate. Oh great, I'm all the way back here. Means I have to go through that whole thing again. Yeah, I don't care. I'm not gonna do it right now. I'm actually just gonna go save.
The problem is, I think this deck is, my species is lore. Like, you mean our myths and legends? Because, like, I can talk about those if you want. Get you to 30, right? Okay, where to start? I don't have any ancestry that, like, goes back to this. But why don't I... Yuzu, take care, Yuzu. Go with all my love. Best of luck with work in the morning. Right now, it's just strikes, by the way, Mothy. It's just strikes. I'm in a terrible, terrible position with all of this. Like, I don't think I'm gonna make it out of this. So, I guess one story, for, excellent. Okay, a story for you, is... So, here's a legend about how lightning came to be. In the early days, there was a tribe of gods. Back on the homeworld, there was a tribe of gods. And this tribe was beautiful and intelligent and wise and all the usual things. But there was one of them, their littlest member, who was still young and still learning. And because she was young, because she was young and learning, when it was her turn to watch the fire one night, she got bored, and she looked out up at the sky, and she thought, if the sky had fire, just like the sun in the day, then no one would need to watch at night. But the first night she didn't do anything. The next day, she told all the other gods about her idea. And they all laughed at her and said that she was foolish for thinking that a fire in the sky would be strong enough to light up the night. Nevertheless, she persisted. Every day, she talked to them about it. She would talk to the great father and mother who led the gods, and they said no. Day after day. And then, one day, many months later, it was her turn to be on watch again, and it was a miserable night. For the god of weather had gone on a journey. The god of weather had gone on a journey, and without his presence, there was a ferocious downpour. All the gods were huddled beneath the trees, wrapped up as best they can, soaked even inside their tents. and the youngest god was hunched beneath the awning of the fire, trying to keep it alight. And soon the fire started to die, so all was left was one single stick that was gently sparking. Desperate to try and retain some light, she grabbed the stick and took it and leapt into the sky, hurling it among the clouds, where the sparks flew off of it and lit up the night. And when the sparks leapt from the stick, as everything does in the sky, they grew in size, and they came crashing down through the air. For a moment there was brilliant, blinding light, and then, as all sparks do, they faded and died. This great banging noise as the sparks echoed through the clouds and fell down in the faraway lands made the other gods wake and come outside, and they saw what had happened. And the Great Mother told the youngest of the gods, "This is why we don't put fire in the sky." But in exchange for doing that, because she was the first ever to have done it, they gave her the name, and she would become known thereafter as Fire in the Sky, the swift god of storms, and her punishment was to always chase after the stick she threw, and one day she may be able to catch it, and then at last we the people of this world will no longer have to endure the great fire in the sky that sometimes comes down and sets alight forest and brush. There you go. How was that? You asked for a piece of lore of my species. Did that satisfy, Flicky? I hope it did. I love stories. I love stories and myths. And I made sure to pick up some from the home world before, like from when I was very little. And I'm very pleased to share them with you. Maybe one day I'll write them all down in a compendium for you to browse. Who knows? I also don't know what to pick here. If you wanted to know about what I was, I am a Sasumrix. I'm an arthropodal species from beyond the veil of your star system. I will show you before I go. Mothy, any suggestions for these cards, by the way? I don't know that any of them are very good for what I'm trying to do. But who knows? Yeah. Yeah, maybe next time I do an art stream, I'll have a story time. Maybe that's what I'll do next time I do art. Okay. I need some kind of damage, yeah. I didn't want to take crush joints because, like, I don't like it, but yeah. Flicker, thank you so much. I'm so glad you thought it was cool. Okay. Yeah. I do need some kind of damage. Okay. Yeah, you can just go away right now. Actually, really liking, Judgment. Actually super liking Judgment, because it just lets me go, nope, you're done. Yeah. You alright, Mo? You've been quiet.
Oh. Actually, possibly falling asleep.
You
Not
should-
not your fault, not anything. Just I wake since I got work
I mean,
at 8 o'clock in
we
the
did-
morning. It's just one of those, you know.
we did just have story time.
We did have story time. It was a good story.
Thank you, I'm glad. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. Next art stream, we'll have another story time. No one's ever
Yeah.
asked me for like myths from like my species before. I'm definitely gonna have to do. I'm definitely gonna have to offer up more of those. Velix is someone you can follow to. Yes, Flicky, I love myths. They are honestly the stories we tell about the world, and by we I mean all sapient life forms. The stories we tell about the world and each other are some of my favorite things in like just out there in general. Aw, thank you, Cradler. I'm glad. Here we go. Brush joints. It actually works pretty well with the whole thing. I'm glad my voice is so soothing. It's not for everyone, but
All right.
yeah, you should absolutely get some rest if you need it, Mound.
I think I'm going to. I think I'm gonna head to bed a little early tonight.
Yeah, I
So-
can't blame you.
I just wanted to say thank you for having me on stream, and thank you everybody for being here and being so supportive of Velix. Velix deserves every bit of support.
Oh, don't do this to me.
No,
Thank you
do
so
it.
much. Okay.
Velix has been a wonderful person in my VTubing career, and they deserve as much hugs, cuddles, support, like whatever you can throw at them.
Thank you so much,
Don't actually
Mound.
throw anything at them, because you know.
I have bad eyesight. I'm not a good catcher.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you guys aren't watching Mode, absolutely do.
But
Good night,
I'll head
Mode.
to bed.
Go with all my
You guys
love.
have a wonderful night.
Sweet dreams.
I will see you tomorrow for Borderlands Tuesdays.
Yes. Borderlands Tuesdays. Also, ooh, Super Metroid Randomizer. I need to catch one of those sometime.
Oh yeah, the randomizer that I ran was extremely interesting because the zones aren't even connected in the same pathway anymore, so I'm
Wow.
having to relearn like how I can do stuff.
Oh, heck yes. Battle him. Let's go.
It's been fun. But yeah, alright. Good night.
Good night. Okay, I'll have another campfire. Alright. with Mode gone, I just want to say, Mode, Easy Mode Star, is a phenomenal person. A very supportive individual, even if he is incredibly nervous about it. And if you're not following him, you should absolutely go and follow him. As he said of me, he deserves all support you can in his streaming career. And he's definitely someone worth watching. He'll be back with me tomorrow night. We're gonna do Borderlands Tuesdays. And hopefully we'll get the whole setup working correctly this time. I goozled it slightly last time. Okay,
What's up, sinners?
holy crap! Mothy, hello!
Wait, you
Let
didn't
me-
notice I showed up?
No, I detoggled that because Mode left.
I'm sorry.
The Periton. I'm not familiar with the Periton. Lucky, if you want to tell me about it, I would love to hear about it. Also, Mothy is fantastic. Some of you came in with Mothy, but some of you did not. So
I'm sure
Mothy.
everyone here knows me.
I don't care to anybody. Mothy is the dapperest of eldritch individuals. He
Oh, I'm not Eldritch anymore. I'm just cryptid.
post eldritch. Would you find that acceptable?
Yeah, post Eldritch.
Okay. Like I know you're not eldritch. Ooh, remove all strikes, receive 5 bites, this will do max hit points.
You have 2 strikes. So
Yeah,
it's
I'm
2
actually.
bites for 22 hit points.
No, it would be 5, wouldn't it? Remove all strikes,
Oh
receive
shit, you do get
5.
5. Okay,
Yeah,
hang on, yeah, no,
I'm
go
actually
for
into
it.
this, I think, yeah.
You desperately need damage. You have none.
Yeah, and this way I can start removing the other damage I don't like. Yeah, Mothy is good. Mothy is very good. Mothy is the other member of our, triplet?
Borderlands
Yeah,
Tuesday.
of our triplet for Borderlands Tuesdays.
Thruple? No,
What?
no. Sorry.
Isn't Thruple like a 3-person couple? Ooh,
Yeah,
Bottle of
no, that's-
Lightning.
Ooh, Bottom Lightning's great.
We'll start with Prayer Plus.
Yeah.
Oh, dang it. He just shows up here and I have no money for anything. Okay, that's fine.
So it goes. Now I just roll on.
Oh, it's a stag and a bird? That's awesome. Okay, so,
That's chat.
Surrounding, Ray, to defend, concentrate. Let's see. They were known for, in fear of tearing the beating hearts from their victims' chests. Wow. That sounds amazing. I'll have to look into it more. Okay, and control him. And, fight. And
Yeah, that
inside.
yeah, that's good damage.
Yeah, I need to thin this deck down way more though, I think.
Thin it, you're at 18 cards. How
That's,
much thinner do you want it?
I actually wanted it like 5, if I could get away with it.
You really cannot. You can't get away with 5 cards. I don't think there's 5 cards good enough to just have that many.
There absolutely are. If I do a couple power cards and some other stuff, I could absolutely get away with it. Great plus, excellent. Then go in for damage. So, like, because basically, I'm trying to do this thing where I have absolutely please, Flicky, you are welcome to send pictures or any information you want into the hive. It's a place for us to
Okay,
gather
yeah.
and share.
Not any information you want. I mean, you know, you want to be selective with the information that you send, but
Okay, that fair.
I mean, considering some of the pictures you receive on Discord.
Yeah, I mean, that's also fair. I'm dead, aren't I? I am.
More than likely.
Yeah. Oh, I'm on 1! Okay, so I may be able to deal with this turn then. Yes, because I can go prayer, and then do, bite, and bite for the victory, for the knockout. I don't know if this is gonna work. Maybe I should take brilliance. I don't know if
They
I'm
are a tough character to play.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm getting enough mantra. Okay, look, I have
Yeah, no.
5 bites.
If you're in for mantra, you have to go all in for mantra.
That's what I was trying to do. That's why I wasn't picking up many other attacks and stuff. Okay, we're gonna have to
Honestly,
rest.
that's probably a really good card for your deck. And
Which
removing
one?
a bite later. Oh, okay, never mind.
I didn't think I was going in on mantra enough. That's actually the second time I've been offered it. I need to heal hit points rather than choose cards, don't I? Actually, no. I need to get mantra cards. I can skip the elite enemy this time. Can I get a mantra card?
I would probably go for healing. You're at 20 HP.
I am.
Okay, well, never mind. I guess. Ooh, Fear Your Blows. Oh, you don't change stance that often, though.
I don't though. No.
I don't know. I usually go for a stance build, but I've only completed one run with monk, so
Oh, my favorite one is definitely I would love both a cute and a horror version. I am really into both of them. Ooh, this story is about an insect-controlling teenage girl who aspires to become a hero. The book is full of creative uses of powers, customization, and varying perspectives. Satisfying. If I make a mod for this game, I'm making an insect-controlling hero mod.
teenage girl.
Doesn't have to be a teenager. She could have gotten
I'm
older.
pretty sure that might exist. I'm gonna check.
I'm going to
Is that? Oh, you know,
not
money
get
for it.
anything. There's nothing here that is good for me. Brandon's offering you hugs, Moppy.
I begrudgingly accept your hug. You did beat me in the bit battle.
That was ridiculous. Again, everyone, thank you so much.
I
Weak
only wish I
potion.
had more money just so I could defeat Brandon once and for all.
I can understand that. Let's do prayer. We need to start with prayer and then bite, get some health back. Okay. Well, thank you, Brandon. Thank you. Also, those are amazing, Licky. Thank you so much. Master Reality? See, what I'm doing is I'm trying to generate these cards. They retain, they go down to 0. I just have extra attacks all over the place. I'm gonna burn one of... What is the best way to deal with this? It's to kill one of the 7 damages, isn't it?
Well, I mean, you can't kill the 18, so yes.
Yeah, I can only
probably
block 5,
bites,
so...
Or, I guess
It's gotta be this
smite,
one.
Judgment, then.
Oh, I do get 6 block, though, if I don't end it with determine any block. That would be amazing in D&D. I would love to have one of those as a familiar.
Welcome. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Okay, so what we can do is we can go... Vulnerable... Oh, I may have fucked up?
You may have fucked up.
No, I can do this. And not... I did fuck up, but I can survive this, okay. Posture check. Okay, let me sit up correctly. We hydrate. Okay. I'm out of liquid. Hang on, the hydrate has been delayed slightly. It's still coming, though, I promise. Okay. Sanctity gets me blocked.
Oh, yeah, sure. I can hydrate. I
Hmm.
don't have water, Scotch, fine.
I mean, it's fine by me. It's technically a liquid.
Hang on, let me mute my mic. Let me get some water.
Okay. Bite. Bite. That's still a net gain in hit points. Not gonna do any of those. Okay, well. Yeah, and this way, like, I've run this build before, and the thing about this build is the fewer cards you have, the better it works. Because then you can stack up mantra much faster. I mean, if it wasn't interesting, why would we
Okay.
love it, right? Okay. I cannot survive. Now, is there any way to survive this? No.
No.
There absolutely isn't.
Unless you could deal 243 damage.
I just can't block enough of it.
I mean, if you could deal 243, then you don't have to worry about blocking anything because you'd be dead.
I made a mistake with that. But that's fine. Yeah, I was trying to go for this it's really lean mantra cycle build that is like my best thing with the best thing I've done with her. Inadequately prepared. Alright, alright.
I
We'll
like
do
that she
which...
just flops over.
I know, yeah. Oh, this is the card I needed. This and prostrate. Prostrate, okay.
Prostate, what?
Don't worry, Gortug. Your queen will... Your high queen will try again. It's the
Yeah,
Wooper
no,
Tingler.
Devotion is one of your best cards for,
It is. The Wooper Tingler is one more try. Everyone's here, one more try. If this goes well, we'll be done by around normal strain-in time. If it goes poorly, we'll be done much sooner.
much sooner.
Can I cheese a... I can't cheese a elite.
Damn,
I'm
it's always
familiar with
worse.
the Wooper Tingler is the antlered rabbit, right? Lose 7 max HP and remove 2 cards. I think I'm going with that one. Yeah. Because her starting deck is really bad.
It's okay, that's fair.
I don't need...
Yeah, just one check with the thing.
I don't need shops, I need none. So I guess we're gonna go up that way. Monthy said that Monthy would like to, at some point. That could also be a jackalope. I think I am thinking jackalope.
Oh no, I don't have money for it.
Yeah.
You've outbid me.
I too would like to. I see why you like Wrath so much. Like, as long as you can basically have 2 turns, you can do it, right?
Erases people. It just deals
Apply-
so much. It just deals so much damage.
Maybe pressure points. Apply 8 mark. All enemies lose HP equals their mark. That's 8 points of damage or 11 points, and that stacks. I'm gonna try pressure points, actually. It's not an attack.
It's kind of poison-ish, but I don't know what other cards apply mark.
Me neither, but it's a bit better than poison because it doesn't go away.
True.
Remove a card from my deck. Lose 7 hit points. Continue. We'll get rid of a defend first, since we're going offensive at the moment. It's too early for a shop, but what do you have? Shuffle insight into your draw pile. Okay, retain, draw 2 cards. That might be good. There's a prostrate. Do I take prostrate and just go for mantra?
I don't know. You might have better luck with mantra than I have, because I usually have terrible luck with it.
Let's
Yeah, go prostrate. Do it.
yeah, okay, let's do it.
It's 2 mantra and 4 block. I mean, it's a 0 mana 4 block. I mean,
Yeah.
at worst.
At worst, 0 mana 4 block. I will gain the gold, so lose the hit points. Let's run and do it.
You're playing fast and loose right now.
I am. Let's see. Eruption. Miracle. Strike. Alright. Yeah, well, because I think that's gonna get me through the early thing. I think she, like, absolutely has to start with, right? Like, run down enemies, go very, very quickly. And then build up what I need. Oh, another mantra. Excellent.
Nice. Oh, have you organized it?
I too wish I could fly
This would have been good, though.
when I was young. Flicky.
Oh, you already gave her a nickname?
She came with a nickname.
No, I thought her nickname was Flick.
No, she came in, said most people called her Flicker. So most people called her Flicky. Because most people had trouble with her name. Also, Flicky, the person we're talking to is Aris. Aris is delightful. You'll likely get on well with them.
Okay, it was Flicky. Well, my bad. I would definitely vigilance here before damage.
You would witch here before damage?
Vigilance.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
And it was Flicky. Okay, well, my B. I apologize.
Law finisher. That is an unfortunate hiccup that has been happening a little bit lately. I'm not sure how to deal with it yet. It
I
has to
have no
do.
idea what's actually going on. So.
It has to do with your reactional image vanishes occasionally.
No, I know what's happening, but I don't know why it's happening either.
Me neither. It's something that started happening recently, and I do not care for it. Siphon Soul. Okay, that's sucks, but I think the marks should actually be immune to it. Pressure points. And now we can
Sucks.
end
You
this.
siphoned your soul.
Oh, Mothy, that's terrible.
Yeah, I know.
Sundial is actually really good for me if I get a low deck. I'm gonna take Battle Hymn. What's a Minokawa? Is that Japanese? It sounds like it could be, but it also could be a number of other things.
That one's actually great, especially if you can make it innate somehow.
Yeah. Philippine mythology, who's as large as an island. That's phenomenal.
Oh, that sounds really cool.
Yeah. Okay. Not trying to do fast and loose here, though.
Yeah, these
Seems
guys
like
are
a
kind of
bad
okay.
time. Yeah, but I can do, they lose hit points. It's not take damage, that says lose hit points.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
So it gets past shield and stuff like that.
Yeah. It matters not how large the avian is, I shall pet it. Brandon, you can always request hugs here in my encounters. It is A-okay. Wave the
Right
hand.
then. Oh.
Follow up. Deal 7 damage. That's part that's how it was an attack. I don't think I actually want any of these. I think all of these are going to end up as deck clutter.
The best card is probably the 5 damage to all enemies, but otherwise, nah, you can probably skip them.
Yeah. Like, at this moment in time, it's deck clutter. I'll buy a potion. I'll spend 20 gold not to take damage here. Because she
Yeah.
punches you if you don't buy anything.
Yeah.
Which is like, that's the worst. Toxic, I'm taking Toxic Egg. If I see an egg, I take the egg.
A woman after my own heart. And yeah, Toxic A is really good.
Yeah, but look, absolutely no. Do I go for this gauntlet? I think I might be able to do it. I have a pretty
you
good...
got it. I believe in you.
Yeah, we're gonna rest up so we have plenty of HP to get through this. Then we're gonna run that gauntlet. What was this may have been a mistake, we're gonna find out.
Oh, I hate these guys.
They can deal with 18 damage. Much as I want to. Not going to give a flex there. Also, Brandon, I don't mean this as a point of pedantry. May I request hugs? Is literally asking, can I ask if I can ask for hugs? And because of my own, like, brain damage, as it were, like, I take it very literally. Should pump that dexterity, but that's fine. We can take, 6 points of damage, yeah. Yeah, these are awful. They're just awful. They bloat your deck in the worst way. Okay.
Yeah, they're really mad against people who have very small decks.
I should have done that. I should have done that on the last one. That's fine.
Never against me, though. I have a large deck. I can tell you that.
Yeah. It did not compute in... No, your Veator did not compute it. Like I have 3 brain cells at this point because I had to grow an extra one for Outer Wild. One of them is playing the game, the other one is talking to everyone, and the third one is running around thinking Hive Queen, happy Hive Queen Bob. I always forget to use the Flex Potion at the appropriate time.
Yeah.
I'm really bad at that. Okay. You have to focus fires. If you want to fancy to ask for hugs, Brandon, you could say, would someone embrace me, please? Try embrace instead of hug. Okay. I know I'm playing very, defensive, but we have a lot of fights to get through. And I don't want to be losing damage like battle here. Oh, extra energy. Yes, please. So we're just gonna dump on this one. We're not gonna prostrate. Because that would flip us over now. Maybe we should have though, because we might end up taking way too much damage for that.
I think it'd be fine. Hopefully you get calm or something.
I did not.
Oh, well. That's 15 damage.
I know, I didn't want it though. I'm down to 25 now, that is not okay. I should have blown it. Whetstone, upgrade 2 random attacks.
That's not bad. Well, one of those is strike.
That's actually kind of awful. Oh, I hit Eruption though, which is good.
That is pretty good.
Evaluate plus. Insight, yes. Absolutely. Block and card draw for the future? Yes, please. I need it.
Okay, I might be the one with the wrong here, but I absolutely love Fury of Blows. That's what I usually build every single time.
Fury of Blows is phenomenal if you're doing a Stance Dance deck. Unfortunately, I am terrible at piloting Stance Dance decks. I need to learn those. I think that's actually like her most powerful build, but like
by a large margin.
Well, I think it's actually technically her second. Her most powerful build is actually Divinity, but it's like getting it is so improbable to acquire. Time for another round of hydrate. Okay, hang on. Okay. Hydrated. I can't play attacks, that's fine. Just let me defend against that. Apply more marks though.
You can apply more marks. That's technically not an attack.
Stretch. Okay, posture has been checked. Now. Okay, there we go. And eruption. Change. Oh, Brandon, thank you. Thank you for the bits, Brandon. If you're trying to ensure your dominance, I don't think you have to worry about it. I'm gonna take a Pressure Points Plus. I actually may be running a Pressure Points deck here. Which would be weird. Seems pretty solid, because it's lose hit points is ridiculous.
Yeah.
I don't have to care about its block or anything like that. Okay, we need to battle him. We need to evaluate. We need pressure points. And we